Cash. How about that? Cash, C-A-S-H. You have until 25 minutes after the hour to enter it on the Fanatic app or at 975thefanatic.com, or text it to the special short code, not our regular text number, 45911. 45911. One random entry wins $1,000 in this company-wide contest. Winners will get a call from Beasley. Make sure you answer your phone. Contest rules, 975thefanatic.com. Fanatic Parlay Cash is stood up by Iron Mountain Men's Health. 5 chances to win each weekday, 8 and 10 a.m., noon, 3 and 5 p.m. Let's do it.
Middays with Marks. The voices you trust. John Marks, Sean Brace, and Ray Dunn. All Philadelphia, all day. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
All right, what up, everybody? Welcome to Middays with Marks on 97.5 The Fanatic on a Victory Tuesday. What's up if you're listening on the radio, on the Fanatic app? And I just want to mention this. You can listen to the broadcast on the Fanatic app as well. So it's not just on the frequency, 97.5 FM. On the Fanatic app, you can listen to the Flyers games with Tim Saunders and Todd Fedoruk. And, of course, everybody on YouTube. Good morning to everybody on YouTube. Our live chatters, subscribe, like. I did a post-game show last night with Bill Colarulo on YouTube. It went swimmingly well because the Flyers won. As we say good morning and happy birthday to Mr. Ray Dunn. Is Ray's voice back today? Ray.
Hey, good morning, Johnny. I've got somewhat of a voice. It's good to be back.
It sounds all the way back.
Oh, okay.
90%?
Just in my head. Yeah, but I feel good.
All right.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And joining me in studio as he does every day, some people call him Sean Brace, but after Dan Vladar throws out a shutout, it's Darth Vader. What's up, Darth? Yeah. Put on your microphone.
27 shots attempted, 27 stopped. Lord Vladar. Unfortunately, the mask doesn't work with the microphone. Still, though.
Yeah, with the radio.
Unbelievable performance, John. Unbelievable performance in Game 2. What a win.
Come on, give me the song.
And we are off and
running. Give me the
running.
song, Ray.
Wake up, Philadelphia, and let me hear you sing.
The orange and the black. The orange and the black.
Wow, what a game last night. I was listening to Pittsburgh Sports Radio at 6 o'clock this morning. I was counting down the minutes. The guy that does the show from 5 to 6, who's the producer of the show, he seems like a nice guy. So I turned that off at like 5:25, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go back at 6 o'clock when they start the show. And oh man, are they wounded? And they just want to be put out of their misery. They know what's coming. They do. The Flyers have dominated the Penguins, even though the Penguins last night in the second period, it seemed like they were in the Flyers zone. I can't believe I'm talking like this. I'm talking like a hockey guy.
Oh, yeah.
They were in the Flyers zone for a lot of the time. They just got weak shots. They weren't really getting anything on net. They were flying by, or they were just going right into Vladar's pads. Not that he didn't have a good game. He had 27. But he had 2 shots on goal in the first period. And then the Flyers take advantage of the opportunities that they have. And they've had a couple of really, really special individual effort. And you had it again last night. Owen Tippett with the shift of his life. Shorthanded, getting the puck back and then making a heady play. Boom! Who would have thought I'd be talking about Garrett Hathaway on April 21st?
His first playoff goal. Yeah, we talking a little strategy here? Is that what we're going to get into next? A little dump and chase?
Ray, what are the odds that I was bringing up Luke Glendening with an empty netter?
I never thought we'd see the day.
Look, there's so many things we can break this game down in so many different ways. But for me, and I get it, we're going to talk about the chosen one, the man that we need, Porter Martone. But it starts and ends with Lord Vladar. Dan Vladar just leading the charge, 27 shots against them, stopped all of them. Got to give a shout-out to the power play defense from the Flyers' perspective. I think now, through 2 games, the Penguins are 0 for 7 on the power play. 0 for 8?
Yep.
And only 3 shots?
What's what Bill was saying last night, 0 for 8?
On NHL Network this morning, I heard.
They said 0 for 7.
Yeah,
Bill was wrong.
Oh, we'll have to go ahead. We'll go to the tape. However, regardless, it was an incredible performance by Vladar. They are more athletic, more physical. You see the young, like the youthful exuberance being there. And, oh, by the way, that was a desperate Pittsburgh Penguins team last night, right? So that first period came out, and things were tight. But I'm sorry, if you're watching that game, you know darn well that there's one better team out there, and it's the Flyers.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at it from a Zamboner standpoint, this looks like a classic, the style of the Flyers against where the Penguins are right now. And the Penguins aren't winning anything this year, regardless of the rest of the series.
No.
And they kind of are what they are. But the style that the Flyers play with is a bad matchup for the Pens. They can't get any opportunities. The 27 shots, it didn't feel like 27 shots last night. There wasn't a lot of high-stress saves. He made some nice saves. I'm not trying to take anything away from Vladar, but that was in that second period. And then, man, the third period, there was nothing more satisfying in recent memory than just watching those Penguins melt down.
Oh, yeah.
In the third quarter, seeing the frustration, seeing Sidney Crosby's face. The fans, they're booing F Philly or whatever they were booing right now. Because they know that outside of something seriously changing in this series, it's over.
Yeah, it's done. It honestly, Steve Levy, punch him back up, break out the brooms. Like, that's where my mind is at right now. One game at a time, big one tomorrow night at the barn. But, yeah, that's something that we might be revisiting pretty soon here. And why not? Through 2 games, you go on the road, something that we don't see often in NHL playoff hockey, let alone Flyers, to go on the road and win the first 2 games. It's just incredible. But, there's so much, like Tippett, to your point about the final couple minutes where Pittsburgh lost their cool. Tippett's bleeding. He had an unbelievable play where he was able to, juke 3 or 4 defenders to make that goal. Oh, it was incredible. Shorthanded, too, as well. So much to like from yesterday's performance. And, oh, by the way, 3-0. That's starting in there. 3 bleeping nothing. Unbelievable.
Ray, your voice is back last night, but you weren't talking.
I didn't talk to anyone, but from the time I got home until I saw you all this morning, it was kind of amazing for me.
Not even a yell after a goal?
Nope. I was trying my best to be back today. Yeah, very quiet fist pump. I couldn't even yell back at my computer watching you guys on YouTube after the game. I was fired up last night. Fired up even.
There you go.
You were definitely fired up.
Not pucked up, though.
Yeah, I've already gotten a lot of this where, you're a Zamboner. Don't decide that, series is over. Don't jinx this. I don't know if me saying that is going to have any it's going to cast any doubt on the series. It certainly looks like that the Penguins showed up, like you had said, showed up to game 2 knowing this is the game they had to win.
Had to win.
And they lost 3-0.
Yeah, and their coach continues to say, after the game, obviously they're searching for answers, but the one thing that I took away from him was the point that he was trying to make was, they got to play their style. Okay, play your game. You aren't going to beat this team. One team is clearly better than you, and you showed it through 2 games. Like I said, this is coming back to Philly. First playoff game in forever. It's contagious right now. There's so many orange jerseys just running around. Yesterday, I went up to my daughter's quick ball practice, coach pitch practice. There was a male softball game on the other side. Half of them wearing Flyers gear.
I saw Flyers gear at Wegmans.
It's contagious right now, John. Everybody's in. Everybody's got the bug.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. The phone number to dial, Sean. I know you have a rotary phone at home. 610-632-0975. Isn't that the coolest thing ever?
Oh, man, bring them back.
My grandmother didn't have the rotary, but she had the push button, but it had pulse.
Yeah.
To where you weren't just dialing, it had to do the same pulse. She was cheap. It was $1 a month to have the touch tone service. 610-632-0975. Phone line, that's the Davis Honda text line. Just leave your name, location, and your occupation with what you want to text. Ray will read some text. And also the voice memo on the Davis Honda text line. The same way you would text us, just leave a voice memo. That if you're on an iPhone, that little plus sign to the left of where you would put it, you hit that, and then the audio button will pop up, and you just hit audio, and then it immediately starts recording. And we can edit it here. 610-632-0975. Because, Sean, today the best Flyers voice memo,
okay,
on the Davis Honda text line is going to win something really, really cool. All right? And I believe you're going to be there.
Oh, yeah, heading down.
All right, so it's the Philly Sports Trips 10-year celebration and Flyers watch party benefiting Eagles Autism Foundation. So all the benefits go to Eagles Autism, but you hang out at Shakey's and Pete's in the Play 2 Lounge. Swoop's going to be there, Eagles cheerleaders, team legends. So there's going to be some special guests. Ray and Sean are going to be there, and it's a Flyers watch party. It all benefits the Eagles Autism Foundation. Party starts at 6 o'clock. Tickets are available if you want to check it out. PhillySportsTrips.com. I think our buddy E-Rock is DJing it, which is very cool.
Oh, yeah.
He's the best. So get it in. 610-632-0975. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
John.
Witherspoon on the end wall. Kendall erased by two Flyers up the wall. Glendening was checked. Comes over the near side. One-timer. What a save by Vladar. He did the splits on Erik Karlsson's drive and knocked it aside.
Tim Saunders last night. Sean Brace has his, I saw who's the big podcast hockey guy who was wearing the Darth Vader mask?
Biz? Is it Biz or is it the other guy?
Whitney.
Yeah, it is Biz. Yeah, I saw that. See, man, let's go.
You were a day ahead of him.
We believe. Well, look, this is out there. You know, this is out there from.
I know you didn't make it up.
No, yeah. But it's pretty cool. It's something that we can all get behind, and it's a hot goalie at the right time. How about the first shutout this season?
Yeah, Jason had said it the other night on postgame that, because I'm asking him about game two, and he's like, well, I thought there were going to be some goals scored last night. Because Vladar, as good as he's been, he'll have the game where you're like, eh.
Yeah, he got beat up against Detroit a couple games ago. Yeah, sure.
And so I mean, but like what I'm saying is that happens, and you would have thought last night that's the night. If you're going to get the Penguins' best, it's going to be last night. Unfortunately, they just seem helpless. I don't know if is it coaching? Is it, you know what I mean? Like, is there anything they can actually do with the players they have? I mean, there's got to be something to make it at least a little bit better.
I feel like there were stretches during the game last night that the Penguins had some things working in their favor. The ice was tilted to a point, But it was funny because then the Flyers almost scored another goal shorthanded. They got the one that was shorthanded. They almost got another one that was shorthanded. So it's like the Flyers they just weren't scared of any of the moments.
No.
Right? Like no fear whatsoever. And I just think the youthful nature of this, of the conversation really needs to come to the forefront because it's just like they don't know any better. They don't care. And oh, by the way, they're pretty skilled as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, Rick Tocchet talking about, so they asked him, I think it starts with a question. So here's the question and answer. This is about Vladar. Here you go.
When Vladdy comes to the bench and is talking to guys, you mentioned they don't see that a lot. Like, what is his message usually? How does he kind of lift the group?
Well, there's a time when they were pressing us about 3-4 minutes, and we got to the timeout, and they were coming at waves at us, and he said, "We're okay, guys. Don't worry about it. Relax." Like, he says that he's the goalie. He's getting peppered a little bit. Means a lot because now guys are like, "Oh man, I got to pick my game up, or I got to maybe block a shot for this guy." So, I think it's more just him when he says that. Guys feel kind of, man, I better pick my game up because he's saying that. So it's more like that.
That chemistry. It's like, man, Vladdy needs our help. Let's go get him.
Vladdy. Tell you what, John, I was watching a lot of hockey last night. I know we're going to talk a little bit about a team that shouldn't get our attention at this point in time in just a second, but that Carolina game, double OT.
Yeah, how about that?
That was really good. Some really good playoff hockey happening right now all across the country, but nothing better than what's taking place right now between the Flyers and the Penguins, the story of the NHL.
So we were talking about, and the best voice memo is going to get the 2 tickets to be with you and Ray, Eagles Autism. It's going to be a watch party down at Chickies and Pete's. PhillySportsTrips.com for those tickets. Look who's on the line, DJing. He's very much involved in everything Eagles Autism.
Sharpshooter.
He is the mighty. Can you punch him up here? Mighty E-Rock. E-Rock!
What's happening, fellas? How you doing today?
E-Rock!
There he is.
What's up, man?
Hey, listen, I appreciate the support on all the knock-around stuff. I heard you guys mention me on there, so I just want to say thank you for that. Yeah, I didn't realize how Caucasian I truly am until I actually took a video, watched the video of me shooting a free throw.
You were
Is
fine.
that ugly?
No, you were fine.
They went in when you shot them.
They were going in.
Yeah.
But what an ugly shot. But anyway, hey, listen, it is such a good fit. It's such a nice relief as an Eagles fan, an Eagles season ticket holder, an Eagles diehard, to have something to cheer for in the spring. These Flyers are absolutely doing amazing. And, doing it against the Pittsburgh Penguins is like the Birds doing it against the Cowboys, man. You just hate that team. You hate that yellow and black jersey, and it's just bringing up all the rivalry again, man. It's so great to see the Fly guys, just taking control and command of the city, isn't it?
It's
really
fun,
is.
too. And you guys are going to be literally steps from where the game is on Wednesday night. So
Correct.
Game 3 watch party, I already know what it's going to be like.
Oh, it's going to be a zoo.
If you can't get tickets to the game, you're going to want to go somewhere to watch it. That's why you do the watch party. It's going to be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And you know how Vince and Philly Sports Trips does. They do it up great. And it's always first class with everything. And, of course, it's benefiting, the Eagles Autism Foundation, who's absolutely crushing it this year. I mean, that organization and that foundation sets the Eagles apart from any other team in the NFL, really any other team in professional sports, everything that they're doing with that. So shout out to Philly Sports Trips, and we hope to see you all for the Flyers watch party and raise money for a great cause.
Damn right. All right, E-Rock.
E-Rock,
don't be a stranger, buddy.
Always great to hear from you. I'll see you tomorrow night,
Be
sir.
good, fellas.
There he is.
See you tomorrow.
Awesome. Yeah, man, it's going to be a lot of fun. My buddy, way back in the day, before Stateside Live, he told me a few stories of trying to sneak in the Chickies, right, with the big NFC Championship game run.
Yeah, you can't get in.
Yeah, that was the first time that it ever hit me from a big sporting event perspective. Whoa, people are waiting in line that long?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
I already know what the video is going to look like if they score a goal because we saw it at Stateside Live. Ray
Correct.
took it. I saw it from a bunch of people. Ray couldn't talk 2 days later. I mean, think about that.
I get it. Most sports, when you have a playoff team, it's going to galvanize the community. The city's going to get a little, get on board with it. But at the end of the day, it just feels different right now with this Flyers team, right? It feels like it's a feel-good sports story, number one. But it is it's consuming everybody right now. My text messages are blowing up all throughout the course of yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
This morning, timeline is nothing but Flyers. You know, you got McAfee out there front row yesterday.
It's a good story.
It's a great story.
Because even with the success the Eagles have had, I mean, the coverage is toxic. And I'm not saying it's necessarily wrong. Certainly from certain aspects to the talk radio. They're benching Jalen Hurts after, you're 10 games into the season. You're going to bench the quarterback. And then the quarterback and the wide receiver aren't getting along. And A.J. Brown's putting stuff out on. I mean, think about that. Like, it's great. We love the Eagles, and they're a good team. But it's not the feel-good story. These guys don't hate each other yet. That'll probably come after you win championships and things. Then they'll hate each other. But let's hope that happens.
It
right?
really is the feel-good story. And it's like I said it 100 times already. It's just rewarding. When we get home, we've been watching this team compete on a playoff scale now for a past couple weeks, past couple games. You sit down on the couch, and you're rewarded. Like last night, again, I smiled 10 feet wide. I just tweeted simply in the third period, this is awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
This is awesome. Right?
And Martone gets the first goal, which is it's another like, are you kidding me with this kid?
Kid's incredible.
Like at some point it's got to stop, doesn't it? He's 19.
Yeah, and the way he's answering the questions after the game, like that's
so impressive.
That's next level. Like it's not supposed to be like that at 19.
What a job by Jonesy and Danny Briere drafting him.
Yeah, and what a call by you to say like, hey man, if they ended up having a little bit more success, he might not be involved from the Michigan State perspective. So it's crazy to think how this is all played out, but for him to have the impact that he's having at this age, to just step on, I think he said it was a train that was already rolling and he just hopped on board. Yeah, a little bit more difficult than what you're making it seem, Porter, but at the end of the day, he is gifted. Yep. That goal he scored in game one was a sniper, and then yesterday just cleaning it up. But just as far as like the backhand, he didn't mess around. It's just boom, right to him. See ya, back in the net.
He is, and something the Penguins aren't. You only get a couple opportunities every game, and you got to hit them, got to capitalize.
He's skilled.
Flyers have. All right, so we have a voice memo. All right, let's go to the voice memo. Here it is.
First off, what a game last night. Second off, I want to thank the referees and Sidney Crosby for making me realize I'll never watch the movie Happy Feet again because I despise Penguins now that much. Those were some terrible calls. After work today, I'm going to get in an Uber. I'm going to have them take me to the market. I'm going to buy myself a quarter pound of some Philadelphia macaroni salad and a quarter pound of some Philly potato salad. Then on the way home, I'm going to tip the Uber driver extra just so he can cut some people off in traffic and I can hear the horn. Go Flyers.
Give him the horn. Porter. Give him the horn.
Yeah, he is really impressive, the skills, but it's funny, like he's having some fun with the names. There's a million and one nicknames coming his direction. He's like, yeah, Marty McFly, or McFlyer.
He's taking it all in right now, man. It's crazy. And by the way, love some good macaroni salad. I make a macaroni salad.
Do you?
It's a simple recipe. Like the first one, if you Google macaroni salad recipe, that comes up, and it's delicious. White onion, mayo, mustard, elbows, some celery.
My wife is notorious. Kelly's notorious for her pasta salad.
Love pasta salad.
Yeah, she makes it probably like 8 times a summer. It's just this big bowl that I end up consuming half of. It's like, all right.
All right, so Ray, so you mentioned McAfee before. We do have some breaking news here with Ray Dunn. We had requested an interview with McAfee.
That a boy, Ray?
From ESPN. Ray, where do we stand on that?
It was denied.
I mean,
thank God.
Any reason?
He does not do interviews of this nature.
Oh, I bet.
Is that what they said?
Yeah. He does not do interviews of this nature.
I believe it was in all transparency. There's no shot we're going to be able to
right, which is why Sean sent it on the group text, and I took it out of my pocket to be like, yeah, there's no shot, but it's like, why wouldn't you ask?
Yeah.
Like, it'd be a stupid text to send. But yeah, it's like no shot. And it's, I'm happier that way because I don't really.
We would have butted heads.
I don't really like him.
It would have been good though because he
would have been great.
Yeah, he's a Penguin. He's a Penguins guy.
I know.
And so I followed up with let's get one of the other Yinzers on that show, which I probably should have given specific names of exactly hosts I want. But I was like, hey, anyone else Pittsburgh based on that show that would be interested in doing it? Unlikely, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sure
they've been running to get back to me on that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Well, thank you for trying, Ray. Yeah, screw McAfee. What do I care?
He walked it back, though, because he said, I think the Penguins might be good at hockey. Yeah, you think? Or, excuse me, the Flyers might be good at hockey. You think?
Good call.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I literally have, and I don't even dislike him or anything like that. I'm if you want to, like, he's a wrestler and things like that. Like, go knock yourself out. You want to listen to the show, and
I think it's in the Kelsey territory. We're overexposed.
I mean, he's talented for sure, and
yeah.
he's very successful for a reason. It's just not my cup of tea. It's like Stephen A. You can go watch First Take and talk about Stephen A. At this point, he's painful for me.
Oh, I think we would all be in agreement there.
All right, another voice memo there, Raymond. All right, what do we got?
Good morning. What's up, guys? It's Larry Henry Jr. calling back from Huntington Valley. And how about the Philadelphia Flyers? A 3-0 Game 2 win last night in Pittsburgh, bringing a 2-0 series lead back with them to Philadelphia. And one guy I wanted to focus on is Porter Martone, becoming the 6th youngest player in NHL history to record back-to-back goal-scoring performances to begin his NHL playoff career. He has 12 points in 11 career NHL games now. Do you think this is a potential star in the making for the Flyers, or do you think this is more of him just riding that wave of a really great season for Michigan State? Have a great day, guys. Go Flyers, and go Porter Martone.
All right, no, I think he's not going to be good, and what you're seeing right now is a flash in the pan.
It's a fluke.
And he's going to be Pat Combs, who in 1990 came up in September and had a 4-0 September. He was a young lefty. And it's like, oh, my God, we finally got somebody, and he was not good after that at all. So I think Porter Martone is a fraud who is not going to be good.
True story. I got Pat Combs' autograph at Scranton Wilkes-Barre on a field trip.
So he was in the minors when you were a young kid.
Yes. How about that?
He came up one year. He pitched single A, double A, triple A, and the majors all in one year.
No, really?
Yep.
That is great. Yeah, on a field trip, class field trip. I ended up getting his autograph.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. Pretty funny.
Actually, Pat Combs, I think it was at Doc Gooden. The one Mets-Phillies fight, Pat Combs threw at somebody, and he got tackled, and it was a big brawl. If you type Pat Combs and Mets
fight, watch that one,
yeah. All right, one more voice memo here, and we'll go to the phones. What do you got?
Zach from the Northeast. I'm not going to do what everyone thinks I'm going to do and freak out, but just to build on what Ant said earlier, yeah, I would love to have a top 2 pair defensemen, but, I mean, we got a lot of centers coming up, so that's also interesting. We got Jack Nesbitt signing with Michigan, and then we got Jack Berglund signing with his entry-level contract. He was a U18, U21 captain for Team Sweden. Guy's a beast. We are looking bright right now. No matter what happens in this series in the playoffs, it's a win. We just got to sign Zegras and maybe lock up Drysdale for a couple years, and I think we're in the right position. We're definitely going to be drafting some defense and some defensemen for sure. But hey, guys, let's go Flyers, and let's keep pushing. Let's go!
There you go. Give him the horn.
Watching the Mets-Phillies got into an all-out brawl. Dwight Gooden was hit by a pitch in 1990, and yes, Pat Combs did throw that ball. How about that?
It was Dutch tackling Doc as it happened. They were the good old days, man.
Wow.
Those Mets players were nasty.
I don't even remember this fight.
All coked up.
Was that Ricky Jordan or is that
Ricky Jordan?
Ricky Jordan, correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
Roger McDowell was probably on the Phillies.
Roger McDowell's holding back.
Center.
Holding back Dwight. Yep.
I've asked Larry Boa about that one.
Have you?
Oh, yeah. Every time Larry comes on, I'll find a different brawl that he was involved in. He loves talking about it.
Yeah, we need pictures. There's Kruk and Strawberry holding each other. All right. I like it. Oh, Strawberry wants more.
Those guys, I mean, I'm telling you, the Phillies and the Mets had a lot of brawls.
This is a good brawl. Wow, I don't remember this brawl.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to tweet this out. So
I don't know if it's Harry. Something tells me Richie Ashburn is on the call. I don't know about Harry. We would have to. You obviously can't listen to it right now.
No,
it was something.
Wow,
for sure. At 975 Middays, if you want to see it.
There you go.
All right, so we'll get back to the phones here for a second. Since we brought up the Phillies, let me tell you something, man. I feel bad for Rob Thompson because Ken Rosenthal yesterday went on foul territory, and he had said that, and he was talking about three managers, but focusing specifically on Rob Thompson. He more or less is saying that the owner is impatient. He knows the fans right now are not very happy, and that could cause for trouble for Rob Thompson sooner than later. In other words, don't expect a long leash for Rob Thompson. If it doesn't get better soon, I mean, what are we talking about? Beginning of May? Joe Girardi got until January 2nd. I don't think Rob Thompson, if these struggles continue the way they've been going, I don't think he gets that long. 6-game losing streak. I think they've lost 10 of 12. They've only scored 10 runs in the 6 games. In those 6 games, 0 for 22 with runners in scoring position. Now, I don't mean like Do I think this is a Rob Thompson issue? No, I think this is a Dave Dombrowski issue. This team's not very good. And if your top three aren't absolutely mashing it, then you're going to struggle to score runs. And they're struggling to score runs. Aaron Nola was bad last night. Ray, guess what? He is what he is. This is what he is. He's a 4 or a 5 ERA, depending. And that's what he did last night. He served up a 2-out walk, and then he gave up a meatball right down the plate to Dansby Swanson, who didn't miss.
Yeah, he didn't have command of his stuff last night at all.
He did not.
That knuckle curve, no one was biting on it. It went in the dirt consistently. Changeup got him at one point. That was pretty bad.
Yep.
Yeah. No, he did not look good last night.
No, you're right. He had no command. He was wild, which means then he has to throw a fastball in the count he doesn't want to.
Right.
That's where the Swanson.
He's deep into a count, and the guy knows where the ball's going to be.
And you got to give the Cubs credit, too, for changing their approach because he did have success in that first inning. And then after that,
yeah, real quick inning.
Yeah, it was like, hold up. This isn't how we're going to win this game. So credit to the Cubs on that one. But it's ugly right now, John. These numbers are so alarming. And if you are John Middleton, Dave Dombrowski, or anybody in that front office, I don't know how you can sign off on what you're seeing right now. They need something. And if that's the change at the top, so be it. But this is ugly.
Who deserves the middle finger pointing at? Like the fingers pointed at the most? Dombrowski. One of my favorite things right now. I understand Phillies fans aren't happy. I'm not happy either at all. But I'm seeing a lot of this, and again, it's social media, and I shouldn't overreact to that, but I've seen a lot of it. This needs to be John Middleton. Ownership's at blame. They didn't spend enough money. They're cheap. If they really wanted to win, they would go out and they would get more players. They would spend more money. They could have signed Bo Bichette. They didn't because of money. Sell the team chance when they come back, which is obviously silly. They have the fourth highest payroll in baseball. You know what I did this morning when I saw some of this? Over the last 5 years, the Phillies have spent in payroll $1,358,711,652. $1.35 billion is what the Phillies have spent on payrolls the last 5 years. Let's end the conversation of you want to blame John Middleton for some things like hiring Dave Dombrowski. All right, well, like Dave Dombrowski's done pretty well here. You hire the guys, you let them do their job. I want Dave Dombrowski to get involved. Or I want John Middleton now to get involved and say, what are we doing? Hey, Dave, what are we doing? Dave Dombrowski will not wait. This is his ass on the line.
Agreed with that. What do you do? I have one idea.
Yeah.
Crawford. Got to bump him up.
So you're talking about lineup.
Yeah. You have to do something different. This is bad.
Agreed.
It's just atrocious.
No, I mean, Crawford and then is Turner at 2? Because guess what? Trey Turner doesn't deserve to be batting first because, you need your best batters getting the most at-bats.
Agreed.
Isn't your lineup better if you put them down? These guys are giving you nothing further down in the lineup. Hey, Trey, sorry, you're going to have to bat 5th or 6th, right? Crawford, Schwarber, Harper. What about putting Trey Turner at cleanup? Whatever you're going to do, something's got to change.
Something's got to change. Also, let me ask you this. If Aiden Miller was healthy, would he be up here right now?
If he's hitting 340, probably not yet, but if he's hitting 340.
Remember those conversations? And we were like,
the Sheffield Stutterer was the one that ripped me. Because I had said that it's silly that he's going to win the Rookie of the Year and he's going to be starting by May 31st. Well, he could have been starting by May 31st. The Sheffield Stutterer wasn't wrong.
Well, because Bohm is atrocious. He's hitting 133. Stott isn't doing anything worth the damn. Like, my theory is if you bump Crawford up to 1, now you're really getting some attention. You're depending on this guy to go up there and set the tone. Like, that's got to have a ripple effect as far as the lineup is concerned, just to get these guys' attention. Because I don't know what else to do. It's really bad.
I know what else to do, Ray. And you've never heard me say one time fire Rob Thompson. Even after last year, I had said, no, he's got one more year. This is it, though.
Are you firing him?
I mean, I'm certainly considering it depending on the next 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, definitely considering it.
I mean, to me right now, this is, let's see, right? Like, you're going to continue to make changes. Also, they know what's going on internally. If they think that this is they know, like, if there's people that are ignoring them, they're going to know that. Dave's got to have conversations with Rob. He's got to have conversations with his star players. He's got to have people that he has relationships with in the clubhouse where they can have honest conversations. With Joe Girardi, I think it was fairly obvious that they needed to move on from him. They gave him as long as they could, and look what happened. I don't know, man. I don't think it's Rob Thompson's fault. He's going to try to tinker with it. And this is a feel, right? Do you agree? This is a feel to where what's going to change if they keep running the same team out the same way, nothing's going to change.
Yeah, nothing's going to change. And you're well aware of when Joe Girardi was in trouble, what did Middleton do? He went, wandered the concourse, talked with fans.
That's right. He was up in the stands.
And 48 hours later, Joe Girardi was looking for work at MLB Network.
That's smart to go talk to a couple stands in the upper decks.
Yeah.
Good job, John.
Yeah.
Like,
as if
we don't have to fire him collectively amongst the three of us. If enough of you go down to Citizens Bank Park and catch Middleton's ear, there's a chance you might.
As if I had to guess at what would coming out of people's mouth as far as those games are concerned, especially if you were in the ball yard this past weekend against the Braves. Fire everybody.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. The Phillies starting pitchers have an ERA of 5.48. How about that? Oh, this starting rotation is going to win you at least 90 games alone. John Marks for the last 2 years. That's what I've said. Aaron Nola's ERA is over 5. Luzardo's almost 8. Taijuan Walker, I mean, they have to give him an opener. He stinks so bad.
It's just so out of whack. Like every game, it feels like you're just begging for a run to be scored. You get the one good inning, and then you know they're going to go cold from that point on. It's not even competitive. And then, oh, by the way, you look at the strength of schedule, the teams that they have gone up against at home, like it's a disaster. Could it have started any worse?
No, well, no, not really.
I mean, they do have 8 wins.
Yeah, I mean, win, just like taking out the win number.
Yeah, putting the
win-loss
record to
number.
the side.
Yeah, like just look at it. No.
I don't think so.
It's the same issues that fans had when last season ended, except it's worse. I was worried about starting pitching only in, like, Sanchez. Would he have injury issues because of the World Baseball Classic and how many innings he threw last year? He looks fine. But, you know, Luzardo having an ERA almost 4. Aaron Nola, if you weren't expecting this from Aaron Nola, Ray, I don't know what you were expecting.
All right, man. Your 25 home run guy right now is in Lehigh Valley.
And I can own that. But his salary's also $400,000, not $25 million.
I was told championship player.
Woo! Championship type player.
Yeah, maybe in AAA.
Believe me, it's one of my bigger L's that I've taken in recent memory.
That's all I got right now in terms of a shield for Nola.
You know what, though? He might be back at some point. Aaron Nola ain't going to be back, brother. This is what he is. 610-632-0975. Did someone allow Herb off of suspension or something? Herb called the morning show this morning.
He did.
And he's on the line again right now. He hasn't called in weeks. He calls me. He just doesn't call the show.
So I guess everything's going all right in his world then, health-wise.
I know he was told to not call.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He was told not to call.
Understood.
He still calls me.
Yeah.
Which, that's what I'm looking for.
And I'm looking at the number of calls. He's still calling a little bit, too, as well. Yeah, nice work, Herb.
All right, we have a ton of Flyers voice memos coming up. It's your chance to win the Flyers game watch party. Just make sure you leave your name, your location, your occupation, the phone calls, and your reaction to the Flyers. And we'll have this coming up. We have some fan reaction from Pittsburgh because they're obviously not happy about what's going on. It's Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
These Phillies.
be less fired up for this. I just have to kind of groove.
Yeah, it is a groovy tune. I've been listening to this song now for because it's a funny joke that I'll say to my wife. I'm like, yeah, there's this new artist out there, Olivia Dean. She's going to be catching on. And she's huge. Obviously, we were talking about Jingle Ball yesterday. So this is a good tune. She got a couple good tunes out there. But it's just funny that they found this song. And now this is their playoff anthem. Now this is their team song. But I love it because it's the man I need, John Marks, Porter Martone.
He's not even a man yet.
I know he's 19, but this is what it's all about right now. Stand and deliver, boys.
It is. It's really remarkable, the transformation from the 3-point. What is it, 3.7 or 3.8? I have a
3.8.
3.8 from the 3.8 to now.
With 10 games left, they had a 12% chance.
It's crazy, man. They've made the most of it. All right, so we had a run earlier. We were talking about Pat McAfee, and screw that Yinzer. Ray had requested him, and I'm like. Yeah, and I'm like, I was literally about to text, don't even bother, he's not coming on. But, he's too big of a star.
Oh, yeah.
He couldn't possibly have fun with Philadelphia.
No.
Is Philly Mays on his show, or is that different show?
That's Barstool.
That's Barstool. Sorry, I knew that. There's a Philly, but they have, a New England guy on with McAfee, or is that Barstool?
Correct. Both do. Yep.
Okay.
But McAfee's got, the toxic table. So you got the one dude from Boston, one dude I think from Pittsburgh, another guy from Pittsburgh,
right?
And then they got
Those were the two I was requesting.
Yeah, D-Bud, Darius Butler's from Florida, I think.
Right,
Pittsburgh guy 1 and Pittsburgh guy 2.
Yeah, that'd be fun. But yeah, so we had some voice memos on what we think of McAfee. Go ahead.
All right, I've had about enough of this jobber Pat McAfee. I have to see this clown on ESPN during WrestleMania. Have to see him at the Penguins game last night. That Yinzer, he's jumped the shark. Let's go Flyers.
Jumped the shark.
Remember, name, location, occupation.
And by the way, you're going to see him all day on Thursday with the NFL Draft. Yes.
Oh, man. Just what you need. Give me some more McAfee. Another McAfee.
This is Zach in Northeast Philly following up on his one earlier.
All right.
Yo, screw Pat McAfee. Guy had a neck brace on. Give me a break. Give me a break. And Porter Martone, what a beauty. Let's go Flyers.
Yeah, I'm not going to stand up for McAfee at this week at all.
This week you're not?
I'm a McAfee guy, quietly. I'm going to say that quietly.
Whatever.
Whatever. We'll put that to the side. But, yeah, he's out there with the neck brace on. F the Flyers tweeting that. But then, like I said, he walked back the words. The Flyers made him eat those words. Eat that tweet.
Yeah, whatever.
Eat that tweet.
Give me another voice memo. We'll go to the phones.
What up, John and Sean? It's Chris from Bucks County, PA, HVAC technician. Holla at your boy. Love the show. Love to have you guys back on air. Anyway, my thing on Pat McAfee real quick. The guy's in everything and also in nothing at the same time. It's kind of crazy, right? It's like they just kind of force feed you him, but he's really not even anything in my eyes but a punter that had one big hit on a punt return. Over and out. Go Flyers!
All right, if you want to be, he may be the leader in the clubhouse.
Nice work.
We have the pair of tickets, Philly Sports Trips. It's the 10-year celebration and Flyers watch party. Benefits Eagle Autism Foundation. Tickets available at phillysportstrips.com. Sean and Ray will both be there, but it is, I believe, there with your ticket, you get food and drink to it. And then you're watching the game with hundreds of people. You'll need to wait in line or know somebody to get in Chickies and Pizza if you want to watch the game down in South Philly.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
This ticket's going to avoid you waiting in the line.
Food and drink, like you said.
Yep.
Good entertainment. Eagles legends. Place to be.
So the best voice memo on the Davis Honda text line today will win that. All right? Sound good? Let's go to Ish. Ish is calling from Levittown. Hi, Ish.
Hey, how are you, Johnny and Sean?
Hi.
I was the Flyers. What's good about the Flyers is we don't really have any expectations about them, so I think that's why we actually love what they're doing, and I like that within the city. There's no expectations. You just go into the games free will. We're not judging any of the players. We're not judging the coach. It's just go out there and play. I think that's what I love best about them. Especially we're not, we have expectations with the Phillies and the Eagles, But like with this, it's just free will. We go out and we just go play. And that's it's different. I don't know if you guys feel the same way about that.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's just the Flyers right now are the new girlfriend, because when you get the new girlfriend, you have Amazon love. Maybe you're getting off a bad relationship before or whatever, but that like the sex is great.
Oh yeah,
you love being with each other. You have so much fun together. And then after a year or two, like Bryce Harper right now, we're thinking about divorce from Bryce Harper.
Bryce
Harper was
He's elite, man.
Bryce Harper, we loved him for so many years. Now, you know what I mean? So at some point we'll start hating some of these people.
Yeah. Johnny, I think I found Ray's voice at the bar. It wants to talk to Ray.
Yes.
Hey, Ray. Are you there, Ray? Ray, you left me at the bar with all your Marlboro Pack 100s. Ray, can you talk today, Ray? I need to see you again, Ray. All this cigarette smoke you've been having, Ray. It's your voice. You got to let me back. Please, Ray.
There he is. Thank you. Ray's voice.
That was the best bit he's done in
Nice.
It is.
Yeah, that was good stuff from him.
Now, Ray, would you confirm, because I did get a lot of questions about this, would you confirm if you were smoking on Saturday or anytime this weekend?
I was not smoking at all this weekend.
Okay. All right.
No.
A lot of people were asking.
I know a lot of people were asking. The way it sounded was not great for that.
The bad article written at the wrong time. I did stumble into one this morning where it was from justbaseball.com, and it was Bryce Harper sure looks elite. I had to check the date. I'm like, yeah, no one's going to
I guess we only find out if he becomes elite or he continues to be good.
No one's going to want to read that right now. That's for sure. At all.
What, is that an AI generation? Who the hell would pick today to put that out? And listen to me. Bryce Harper's been fine.
And my guy went in detail on a lot of metrics, seeing breaking balls over the years. I mean, this is a very complex piece here.
You can keep that to yourself. I don't need to know anything about it.
Well, he needs to lead the charge. Somebody's got to show some life.
So hang on, and we're going to get back into the Flyers next hour. We got a ton of memos coming in. We'll take some phone calls as well. But isn't exactly what happened last year and our biggest worry that was going to happen this year? Isn't that happening except worse? The top three guys aren't they're not carrying the team.
Nope.
And then nobody else can hit.
Correct.
You've had to move Garcia up in the lineup to be the cleanup hitter already. He's done squat. Nobody else is hitting the lineup. Marchand, I don't think should be on the roster. Even if he's great behind the plate, he can't hit.
No, he can't. And they had some decent momentum in Clearwater, I feel like. I feel like Bohm was okay in Clearwater.
Stott was good. He earned the 5-hole.
What the hell happened?
Man, that's what I'm telling you. This is one of these cases. I don't know how long you let it go on for. It's where I think you have to say, we can't lose the season now. And right now, they're on. I wrote this down last night. I think it was before the game. The last time they won 8, whatever the record was last night, was it 8-13 or 8-14?
Yesterday was 2000. That was the worst start for
2000 after. Yeah. So because it was the worst since 2015. They've lost 99 games that year.
Ooh.
This team's not going to lose 99 games.
I hope not.
When we were trying to figure out how this all goes wrong, we're watching it right now.
They literally have the second worst record in the National League, only in front of the Mets.
All right, coming up, how confident were Penguins fans before the game? Oh, they were confident. Wait till you hear this. We have a montage. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Flyers take game 2. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update, and it's brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, develops better athletes and better people through sports. Info at positivecoach.org. The Flyers win 3-0 last night, and to get the scoring going, Martone Mania struck one more time.
Now to connecting with a shot. Pinball over to the slot. They score! Carter Martone! He's got another one! Martone's got his second in 2 playoff games, and Martone has given the Flyers the 1-0 lead.
Dan Vladar was 27 for 27 when it comes to saves. A shutout for him and a 2-0 series lead for the Flyers coming back home tomorrow night for Game 3 in Philadelphia. The Sixers have Game 2 tonight in Boston. They trail the series 1-0. 7 o'clock start tonight. You can listen to the game right here on The Fanatic. And the Phillies lost again last night, 5-1 the final. Back at it tonight at 7:40. Jesus Luzardo on the mound for the Phils. This update's also brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call 24-hour victim helpline 877-MAD-HELP or visit MAD.org. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
Fanatic, John Marks, Sean Brace, and happy birthday to Ray Dunn.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Ray.
Hey, thanks.
Your voice is back today for people that are tuning in somewhat.
Thank goodness.
You going out tonight?
Not like out. I'm not like you. Like, I'm not.
So what are you doing? Just going out for a burger and beer?
I'm going to go out to a brewery tonight and have a beer.
Yeah. Just a beer. Just one.
All right, maybe two.
Maybe two.
Maybe two.
Yeah,
I can't have that many with this voice.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. It's bad for you.
I would recommend you don't.
I understand.
We'll be able to tell how many beers. Let's have a over 4.5. I'll set the line.
For Ray?
Yeah.
What do you typically have on a regular night?
Oh.
Honestly.
I mean,
let's go 9.
That's a pretty good line right there.
4.5?
Yeah.
All right.
And it's also your birthday. So realistically, how many are you looking to have tonight?
Probably 2.
Which means 4.
Your nose just grew 6 inches, Pinocchio.
But we're talking about
if you say 4.5, that's a stone cold under right there.
I'm on the money's coming in on the over.
3.5, maybe
3.5. Maybe we sweat that.
Shot?
No, not with
shots?
a voice like this.
Okay,
Absolutely
good.
not. That liquor will kill me.
All right.
Maniac Malloy is just texting me. He's got heavy money on the over up there at Bet Parks. Heavy money on the over. Smart money.
I got heavy money on Rob Thompson getting whacked if they don't do something about this soon.
Yeah, I think that's probably a given. It's just whether or not they're going to say we can't do this as an organization before May. But I don't.
So has he earned enough? Because Girardi lasted till June 2nd. He didn't win squat. He didn't take the team to the World Series. And how many years in a row they made the playoffs? Four years? Yeah, like, all right. I don't think that means that you don't make a change during the season. But, Rob, I love Rob. Rob's done a great job here. Unfortunately, they didn't get that World. The first year in the World Series was the year they should have won. And then when they lost to the Diamondbacks and they fell apart, that was a really good team, too. And then from there, it's just been downhill. Regular season, they've been winning a lot of games, but the same issues are popping up. In the playoffs, timely hitting. Now, just hitting in general, not even timely hitting. They can't hit at all.
6 straight. Again, a lot of winnable games as far as teams you're going up against. You had home games in there. Just not getting production from a lot of guys. Something needs to happen. Something needs to change. Got to get their attention. Or you could just continue to cross your fingers and hope that they produce.
Because some people, and I'll even say it, the biggest finger pointed should be at Dave Dombrowski. Dombrowski, this is his roster. He had the urgency that he had last year. He said we're a good club.
That's fair.
Rob was a loyal soldier, and whether he believed it or not, he really went
a good club.
He really went to bat for it. Unless the owner's going to fire Dave Dombrowski, what would that do in the middle of the season?
Yeah,
nothing. You move on from the manager, who was a year after this, so he's not a lame duck manager, and whatever. Don Mattingly, was he hired to be like
Donnie Baseball?
Huh?
Come on down.
Previous experience?
Yep.
Big market?
I'm sure that there was part of the reason to hire him was in the back of their mind. Sure.
Yeah, did Rob really have a strong relationship with Don? I don't know. Larry Boa and Joe Torre had a relationship from New York when he brought him to the Dodgers. You know what I mean? So I don't know if did he work with him as a coach somewhere. I mean, everybody loves Rob that's ever worked with him.
Sure.
So it's not like that anybody ever says anything bad about him. All right, so get back to the Phillies, but the Flyers after Game 1. I've been listening to the Pittsburgh Sports Radio. It's as bad as you think it would be. But so after Game 1, it was kind of like, all right. The game was on Saturday night, so by Monday morning, they were like, man, the Flyers definitely outplayed the Penguins, but now they need to adjust. And there was a cautious, not even confidence, but a cautious, like, yeah, they'll be all right. They're still going to win 5. Oh, we got it. But you could hear them. They were hesitating. They knew that it was trouble. So before the game, they have some gal on Instagram. I don't know if she was affiliated with the Penguins or not. Probably not, based on the video, actually. But she's out there interviewing fans that were waiting to go into the game.
Enjoy your peasant Game 1 win, baby. Now it's time for a gentleman's sweep. Penguins in 5.
Suck. Philly, not only are you your little brother, but you're going to get owned tonight by your daddy, Sidney Crosby. That's all. Screw Philly!
Flyers stink. You have to go Penguins.
There you go.
Little brother?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I think you got it backwards. Maybe in hockey, not even little brother. You just have success. There's no little brother. You live in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, that's a stretch. That's like people from Baltimore saying we're a little brother.
Right.
No.
Yeah, no, not the most accurate description. We have something else, too, there, Ray? What do we got?
Yeah, we got this guy, I guess his take after game one.
Okay.
Did the Pittsburgh Penguins just make the smartest decision in NHL history after intentionally losing Game 1 to the Flyers? You might think I'm crazy, but there's a few things you have to consider. First of all, we all knew it was going to be Pens in 5, and they really wanted to win the series in Game 5 at home. And with the Penguins being in an extremely long 3-year playoff drought, winning the first round at home would do wonders for momentum going into the second round.
Definitely.
And it's obvious that they wanted to increase Game 5 ticket sales to make a lot more money. With that being said, the Penguins are winning 1,000,000,000 tonight, absolutely destroying the Flyers' hopes and dreams.
Ooh.
Yep. I agree with him.
Nailed that. Nice work.
I do think that they tanked the first game. Very important to win that. They need that other gate, right? They want to win at home for Crosby and the rest of the guys.
Got to get that gate.
Let's go to Herb. Herb in Northeast Philly. Herbert, how are you, buddy?
What's up, Johnny Marks?
What's up?
Go Flyers!
What's up with you?
What's happening, boy?
Nice. Haven't heard from you, Herb.
Okay. Well, you know what's going on. A lot of trouble, and everybody.
You're being told.
Everybody wants me to talk. Everybody wants me to call in and talk.
We don't want to share you, Herb.
Okay.
But see, I've never. But hang on, I've never laid out the ultimatum that you can call whoever else you want to. You can because I discovered you. Everybody knows I discovered you. Now, when they're giving you can't call my show, our show, then and you know what happened, Ray? They probably haven't put him on the air this week.
Oh.
So what happens when they don't put him on the air and he waits on hold for hours is then he stops calling and then he calls me. So you're like the girlfriend.
2.5 hours. 2.5 hours last week.
And they didn't put you on the air.
And then they finally put me. No, they put me on.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
But every time they try to tell me I'm going to, I got to put my right hand on the Bible or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I
Herb,
won't do
Herb,
this do that.
Were you a Broad Street Bully fan?
Yeah, I watched hockey back in the old days.
That's
you know.
You're a baseball guy at heart. We know that.
I just bought what's his name's book, Joe Watson. I just bought his book.
You did
last week.
Not Randy Watson, Joe Watson.
Right.
When I take a nice long flight, like about
where are you going on vacation?
16 hours to China, I'll be able to read that book on a plane.
Are you going to China?
One of these days.
Herb was in Thailand a couple years ago, and we all had to wonder, Herb. Uh-oh.
No, I wasn't in Thailand.
Where were you?
Stop that.
You were in the Philippines
I was
or something.
Brazil. I went to Brazil for the Eagles game.
All right.
Oh.
All right.
That's a nice
So are you excited? Are you excited for tomorrow? You're working down at Wells Fargo?
Actually, I'm right here now, but they were supposed to have 2 busloads of people. She just came in and said we're only going to use 1 bus, so I get paid anyway. So
Yeah, what do you care?
But I was supposed to ump a game at Northeast today, a JV game, and I had to call him and tell him to put it off. So I might hop back on that game. You know what I mean? So
all right. Well, you do it. Herb texted me last week. He was doing a game. I guess you had a high school game last week, Herb?
Yeah, Lincoln. I got Lincoln tomorrow.
Do they use the ABS system in high school baseball?
No,
Do they challenge
there's no
it?
ABS. There's no challenge. You know what I mean?
Herb doesn't get any calls wrong either.
Well, Herb would be like,
they don't even have that in college. They don't even have ABS in college. They don't have that.
Herb, would you say that you're reminiscent of Angel Hernandez? Is that your style?
I'm better than that guy. Come on, man. Crazy.
Well, Ray, he is the tightest strike zone you've ever seen. That's one of his claims to fame. Is that still true?
That's still true, yep.
Well, you're in your 70s now. You start to lose.
I had a lefty from Lincoln was throwing 87, 85, 87 last week, man. He was humming, man. All
right, Herb. All right, buddy. You have a good one, all right? It's nice to
Girl
talk
going
to you.
down? Okay. So she said, okay. All right, let me,
right,
okay.
Thanks, Herb.
You're the man, Herb.
Yeah, thanks,
Okay.
Herb.
Did you see on Sunday Scott Foster from the NBA when somebody wasn't doing their job when he walked over to like the desk, right, in center court? He was the Celtics and Sixers game, and they didn't put the microphone on, and he smacks the table, and he's like, "Do your job." You didn't see that?
No.
Oh yeah, that was classic. Yeah, Scott Foster, classy individual.
Cringy.
Do your job.
Let's go to Jason. Jason's got something. There's something going on at Citizens Bank Park today. Jason in South Philly. Jason, what's up?
Hello, go Flyers, good luck Sixers, all of that. But I wanted to talk about an opportunity to see a Philadelphia baseball team win at Citizens Bank Park today in the Liberty Bell Classic.
Oh, yeah.
So the Liberty Bell Classic is a 34-year-old baseball tradition where college baseball teams face off at Citizens Bank Park. They used to do it at the Vet, do the whole tournament at the Vet. And today at 4 o'clock, Drexel takes on St. Joe's. Tickets are $5. You can only get them at will call. And it's going to be a weird event, a weird opportunity here. Metal bats.
Oh, yeah.
And the stadium's probably going to be empty. I don't know if the concessions will be open, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm leaving work early to go to it just because I just learned about it, and it's become a fascination of mine.
And it is going to be odd to have teams possibly scoring runs that sit in the home dugout, right? The Phillies have been struggling to do that. But that's very cool. Was this the former Carpenter Cup where they did the high schools and the college, or did they combine it? I remember the Carpenter Cup.
This is the Liberty Bell Classic. It's been cooking since 1992. They used to do the whole thing at the Vet while the Phillies were away in April and May. Since it's been the Citizens Bank Park, they only do the championship there. They were off last year because, if you remember, the field got destroyed in April because of rainstorms. So they scrapped it. But this is a Philadelphia team's first chance to win it since LaSalle took it in 2017. It's been all Delaware, Ryder, Lafayette since then. And it's a rare opportunity to see some good talent because since St. Joe's has revitalized their baseball team, they've really built it back, and they could be contenders.
Jason, that's very cool.
They're a good club. They're a good club this year, John, St. Joe's. And as I was doing PHL 17 today, my good friend Wes, who works over there, he stopped me in the hallways as I was leaving because his son pitches for St. Joe's, Logan Franks. And it's crazy, man. I've been watching this kid grow up on my timeline via Instagram, and it's amazing to see him now, lefty, towing the rubber in college. Kid's really good. So cool stuff. And again, you can see some college baseball. Love college baseball. And in a professional ball yard, metal bats. Ding!
Ari Bluestein checks in and says Carpenter Cup still exists. That's high school. Liberty Bell's the college. The Bill Giles Classic. That rings a bell.
If we could bump it to a little bit warmer time of year, that'd be great. You might see me getting in the seats, but April 21st, no, I'm going to stay indoors.
It was 90 last week. How is it 40 again?
It's a little chilly out there.
Welcome to spring.
Yeah.
All right, we've tons of Flyers voice memos to get into. 610-632-0975 from the Davis Honda text line. Here it is.
Look at those Flyers, baby! Come on. I'm in the car right now, and I'm thinking about Vladar. Porter Martone. They pick up the phone. We got Porter Martone. Sidney Crosby has been. Can't buy a win. Owen. Speaking of Owen, tip it. Give this man a hammer. He'll fix it. F-L-Y-E-R-S. Flyers.
Could that be the winner, Ray?
We just need you to give us your name, your occupation, and where you're calling from. But yeah,
I think that's leader in the clubhouse.
That's leader in the clubhouse right now.
Yeah, he did the Wolf of Wall Street there with the chest beating.
Yeah, it was well executed.
Very good.
Good idea.
Owen too. You like that? Owen Tippett. And you heard Steve Levy say yesterday.
Oh yeah.
As I bring it up, what was his exact words? The most underestimated or underappreciated? We got to dig that clip up.
Under discussed? Definitely not the word.
Yeah,
it's something like
it's
that.
under
Something like
something.
that,
Yeah, it's undervalued. I mean, how many other ones can we throw out there? Let's just keep them coming. Underappreciated.
Come up with a list. You can do power rankings on unders. Underappreciated, undervalued, underloved.
Anyways.
Underdiscussed.
And then you see him out there, and Tippett's been here for a little while. Tippett's been through some of the pain that a lot of Flyer faithful have seen over these past few seasons. So, but man, like that was incredible. Short-handed, he goes up and makes 4 guys miss, comes down, beautiful assist, doesn't want to force it. Easy. That's when I knew. Like once that happened, I'm like, that's it. It's game over.
Yeah, you could see the Penguins' face.
Yep,
they know. They just, I mean, you're like the Phillies' faces right now. They're so frustrated because they don't know what to do because nothing's working. No one's getting hits. The Penguins in the third period last night definitely were. You could see them. There was frustration, and there was like, what are we going to do? This is not working. We know it's not working. It's like when a team runs the ball against you and you know it's coming and you can't stop it. It's demoralizing.
Love it.
Yeah, and that's the way the Penguins looked last night.
Tippett's been in the NHL since 17, played with the Panthers for 3 seasons, came over to the Flyers in 21-22. He's been a big-time player for this team. I'd never looked at him as, like, that great of a player, but, man, he showed those skills yesterday. He almost had the second one that was a shorthanded, too, a breakaway.
Yeah. Yep. He seems to be around the puck making plays all the time.
And there's something about a redhead. Right?
Like, I mean, yeah, ask the birthday boy.
You know, like something about a redhead in hockey. He's bleeding.
He's bleeding all over.
This is a force.
Well, no, you're right. The redheads, when they bleed, it looks like there's more blood than if it's somebody else. And the blonde hair, too. And Ric Flair used to get cut open because that white hair that he had. The blood would be all over.
Woo!
When Ray was doing the update and he was bleeding out of his nose in the update.
Man, I forgot about that one.
Ray, you got a lot going on, man.
That was
a lot.
That was one of the greatest hits from this show. Easily.
Yeah.
Literally bleeding as he's like, and the Eagles are going to practice indoors.
I'm still not convinced that update sponsor I read is even a real company, but
you got it done.
I made sure they got their moment in.
Foxhole guy right there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get another message here.
What up, my middaysmans? This is T. Kells, Mount Laurel. Occupation. No one wants to talk about work when the Flyers got us all horned up. Give me that horn.
Oh, he's got a horn.
Let's go, Flyers. All right, I just wanted to say, Flyers, man, get the brooms out, sweep, I hope. But regardless of what happens in this series and the playoffs, just wanted to say the Flyers are taking home 2 new fans. That game last night let my 7 and 5-year-olds stay up to watch the first period. Nice. One of the first hockey games they actually paid attention to, and, man, they were loving it. First thing they asked me this morning was, when they woke up, was what was the Flyers score? So at least 2 new fans, great for the sport, great for the city. Let's go Flyers.
Oh, that's awesome. I was saying this to Bill last night. Bill and I did postgame, and when you have essentially a generation of Philadelphia sports fans that don't see a team have success, there's going to be less fans of that team.
Mm-hmm.
So if you grew up in the 70s in Philly, you're probably a bigger Flyers fan than if you grew up in the 2010s in Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Like, you may just naturally found hockey and you're a big Flyer fan. Maybe your parents or someone like that is the reason why you're a big Flyers fan. But, like, think about how many Phillies fans there are today from the 2008 run.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Eagles are a separate entity. But from that run, if you're a young kid, how cool was 2007, 2008, 2000? You know what I mean? You had that run, and that builds fans for life. And then with Bryce Harper right here, he said, yeah, it's fun to be a fan when you're winning.
Oh, yeah.
So young kids like my kids, like your kids, you know, they remember the Flyers being good. You remember these moments when you're growing up.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Right now, Flyers plus 1,000 to win the East. Those odds continue to drop. Got to start believing. I know we're not at that position at this point in time. We got unfinished business against the Pens. But you bet your butt I'm looking around.
Marty in Havertown has something on Dombrowski coming up next. Also, Rob Thompson talking about the clubhouse and has Pittsburgh finally decided to respect the Flyers. A lot coming up next segment. That's next. It is Middays with Marks, 97.5. All right, let's do Comer Cross here. Your garage, what does it look like? Not looking great. That's why you go to Comer and Cross, because they can make your garage floor look excellent. So if it's cracked, stained, or peeling and it's time for an upgrade, Comer Cross can transform your entire garage floor, and they'll do it in just one day. That is correct. One day in and out. And right now, if you act at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR or go to comercross.com, C-O-M cross.com, comercross.com, C-O-M-E-R cross.com, you get 50% off installation. This is not epoxy. It's not paint. A Comer and Cross floor is the gold standard, guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tired lift ever. And they handle everything. They will actually move your items out of the garage for you. They repair all the cracks and damage, and then they install a custom finish that looks like a showroom floor. And it's 50% off installation. Fast, clean, built to last, the perfect showroom finish when you come home. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or the website's comercross.com, C-O-M-E-R cross.com.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Martone Mania continues. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update, and it's brought to you by Morgenstern Medical. This month at Morgenstern Hair Restoration, they're including a free Almated treatment with your procedure. That's $1,000 value free. Call 610-831-HAIR or visit morgensternhair.com. The Flyers lead the series now 2-0 after a 3-0 win over the Penguins last night. Porter Martone got the party started, scoring the first goal of the game.
Now to connecting with a shot. Pinball over to the slot. They score! Porter Martone! He's got another one! Martone's got his second in 2 playoff games. And Martone has given the Flyers the 1-0 lead.
And a 2-0 series lead headed to Philadelphia for the first time. The first playoff game in South Philadelphia since 2018 will be tomorrow night. Sixers game 2 tonight in Boston. They trail 1-0 in the series right now. 7 o'clock tip-off for that one. You can listen to the game here on the Fanatic. And the Phillies lost again last night. They're back at it tonight with Jesus Luzardo on the mound at 7:40. This update's brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call a 24-hour victim helpline 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org. I'm Ray Dunn in your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Give me a Flyers memo here. What do we got, Ray Dunn? Yeah.
Commercial drain line specialist. Let's start by talking about this dude, number 71, the biggest JO in the league. Cheap shot, Russian JO. Someone needs to two-hand that man across his wrist. Where's Bobby Clark when you need him? Same thing to Crosby. Give him a nice cross-check. Right above the elbow pad. Make him know you're there. Make his hand numb. Porter Martone, 12-game career so far, certified stud. Comes down game one, stop, spin, make space, snipe. Connor McDavid type goal, thank you. And then last night, Owen Tippett, the most underrated player in the league possibly. Forces the goalie to make a turnover. Beats one defenseman. Clutched and grabbed, beats another. Fake shot pass. Are you kidding me? Let's go Flyers, baby. Play hard.
All right, the best voice memo of the day on the Davis Honda text line. Feel the Davis difference at Davis Honda in Burlington. It's a pair of tickets to the big watch party tomorrow night at Shakey's and Pete's in South Philly. Woo! That has food and drink, and Sean Brace, and Eagles cheerleaders, and Ray Dunn.
And Raymond Dunn.
And Team Legends, because this is benefiting Eagles Autism Foundation. And you got a spot in Shakey's and Pete's, which is not going to be easy to get. As the home game, that place is going to be nuts.
Oh, it's going to be electric. City's buying in right now, John, to a point, playing with house money.
Oh, the house money thing?
Yep. Playing with the house money now.
No, it's not.
No more house money.
Nope.
Oh, we're past that.
You never heard me say house money. I didn't believe that. Nope.
Well, it's funny because this team had, they deserved more than the house money approach based off of the record.
Agreed.
And it was brought, and you know what? You felt it as far as from the broadcast yesterday. You heard it from the broadcast. They started changing their tune. At the end of the first intermission, or maybe second intermission, Levy was even saying to the gang, the Flyers are the better team here.
Yeah.
Right? And then you heard I watched the ESPN broadcast for whatever reason I did, but you heard McDonough and company start to talk about the record since the Olympic break. And it's 26-1. This is no longer a fluke. This is a real team you better watch out for.
Yeah, there was the Kaiser Soze moment last night for the Penguins and for some of the media. When Kaiser Soze stops being verbal Kint and he's limping, and then Chaz Palminteri drops the coffee cup. It's oh my God, that's not verbal Kint. That's Kaiser Soze. And then he stops limping. That's what it's for the Penguins last night's game.
I need to watch The Usual Suspects again. I don't remember.
Really?
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah. Need to go back and watch it again.
Let's take a photo. So Marty, I want to get Marty in here because he had something on the Phillies. Marty in Havertown. Hi, Marty.
Hey, John. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Real quick thought on Dombrowski, because I got a Flyers comment too. But on Dombrowski, I think a comment that we don't hear enough about that Dombrowski made after last season was when he started talking about, hey, we nearly beat the Dodgers. The Dodgers won the World Series.
Yeah.
Therefore,
fine line.
We were so close. And you know what? We saw since after the Mets series, when they were saying they still had a championship lineup,
right,
that there were flaws in this team. And I think that Dombrowski, the problem is, I don't mind a GM blowing smoke. That's fine. I expect them to do that. But I think Dombrowski believed everything he said. And I don't think that's a winning mentality. And I don't think you never hear Howie and Lurie say that after
he believes
a season where they fall short.
You know what? You know what his mentality was, Dombrowski? I did my job. They won 96 regular season games.
Yep.
I did my job. I got Duran at the trade deadline, or before that. I got the center fielder, Bader. He showed up the team. And then he brings up, well, if the ball's thrown to the other side of home plate, he's out. The umpire admitted that he was wrong to JT, and that's a third strike. He believed he did his job, and because of circumstance, which happens in sports, they lost. He was almost celebrating a World Series after that series lost. To your point, Marty, Howie Roseman, you know what he says? Man, what's a move I could have made that would have put us over the top? He's sick that they lose that way. Meanwhile, Dave's just very happy, very content.
Kevin Long's been the hitting coach for 5 years. 1 year goes wrong with the Eagles, and Kevin, listen, sorry it didn't work out. You're gone. We're bringing in Mannion. We're making some changes here. But real quick about the Flyers, one thing that I love everything I'm seeing with them. I've been going to Flyers games since 1967. And one thing I love about Vladar, besides the fact that he's just playing great, I think he's the real deal. But one thing that's a real benefit, too, is anytime you have a goalie playing like that and the team believes that much in their goalie, they can play more relaxed. They can gamble a little. They can have two guys forechecking deep into the other zone. They're not constantly looking over their shoulder like, man, if they take a shot from the blue line and it's going to trickle in, we've got to just be careful. We can't be as aggressive. I think you're seeing that with the entire team. You didn't see that with Urson because they were worried about, hey, you never know when one's going to sneak by him. So I think that's just another huge benefit.
All right, Marty. Listen, man, I appreciate it. Go Flyers.
Great stuff, yeah. Look,
thank you.
There's a lot to like about Vladar right now, and it's the size. Obviously, it's the fact that he is stopping anything and everything that's put in front of him. It's the confidence. You heard the talk as a cut that we played earlier where he addressed the team and said, because the Penguins did have a little bit of a rush there at the beginning of that period or the middle of the period. That ice was definitely tilted in their direction, but that was when the goal happened, the shorthanded goal happened on the other side. So there's so much to like about Vladar, and that's what it comes down to for me. It should come down for everybody else too. Get the hot goalie at the right time. You start to believe a little bit more.
You know what else? It's music to my ears. Dave Dombrowski telling everybody how great he is after the season ends. Do we have it right?
It's a fine line. And really, if you look back, and we've talked about it here, and this is not blaming anybody, right? It's the happenstance of how the game goes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the Dodgers, they didn't make very many mistakes. Probably game 4. Muncy misses that ball at third base. We score 8 runs. We outscored the Dodgers in the series, right?
Oh.
Doesn't make any difference. You lost 3 games. But when you look at home plate, if Trey's throws on this side of the plate on a very difficult play versus that side of the plate, they don't score any runs at any. That's the difference. If Kirk makes that play in there, who knows what happens the next inning, right? They were struggling to score
runs. Here comes the umpire.
Just as much. JT had told me that immediately the umpire apologized for missing the call strike 3, right? Everybody's written on it. He makes that call strike 3, they don't score a run. So that's how fine a line it is, be. Fine line.
Oh, it's a fine line.
Here's the thing. He's right, but I couldn't imagine feeling like that after losing. Don't you have we missed an opportunity to win a freaking World Series. What can I do to get us over the top? Well, it's the umpire, and the ball goes to the other side of home plate, see? Right, like that's the general manager setting the tone. Oh, and by the way, he questioned whether Bryce Harper's elite, and we now have that on the board to play.
I guess we only find out if he becomes elite or he continues to be good.
Yeah, like imagine he actually said that.
Dodgers 16-6. Nice start to their season this year. Phillies, not so much.
You can only really laugh at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Can't you?
No, that's it.
Do you expect them to bounce out of it? Bounce back tonight?
Well, either that or they're going to lose 99 games, and I don't expect that. So something has to change eventually. I'm telling you, man, bump Crawford up to 1. What do you got to lose? Just do it. Pump him to 1. Let's get somebody on the base path. You can't steal a base if you're not on the damn base.
But does that really feel like it's going to fix anything?
You know what? Anything is better right now.
I agree with you. I'm not saying I wouldn't try it, but does that feel like you're going to put Crawford in there? I mean, I don't know, man. The more I watch this team, the more internally they all right. I defended Bryce for the whole poker thing, but does that bother the rest of the team that he doesn't show up to the poker thing and didn't make an attempt? I mean, I respect the fact that if he's coaching his kid and you only get a certain amount of days where you're not working at night, you go to the game with the kid. I totally respect that. I don't know. I'm just asking, right? I'm just asking questions. This does not seem to me, this can't just be about their play on the field. There's got to be something going on.
I think it's the Mark DeRosa guys are dragging right now.
Ooh.
They just kind of seem dragging themselves through this right now.
I know. I misread the calculations on this team so far.
I think we all did.
She's great.
Not all of us.
Just a little bit.
But a lot.
Misread the calculations.
All right, coming up, we'll hear from Thompson, and we do have Black Gritty on the Flyers, and his name's Black Gritty, so he must be pretty happy today. All right, I'm sure he'll have something on the Phillies as well. That's coming up next, Middays with Marks, 97.5.
The goals.
Now to connect with a shot. Pinball over to the slot. They score. Carter Martone. He's got another one.
The saves.
With the near side. One timer. What a save by Vladar. He did the splits on Erik Karlsson's drive.
The excitement.
Tippett had to be.
This is Mark's Bill Colarulo from the Postgame show.
Oh, your co-host.
My co-host from the Postgame show.
How were the callers? Behaved last night?
Yeah, there wasn't any viral moments.
Oh, okay. Shame.
So we went right on YouTube after the game was over because Jason and Brian Smith, they do the official postgame show on the radio. So we were on YouTube right away. Ton of people were on. And then when they got done the postgame, then we switched over. I know Ray was home watching. It switched over, and then we were on the phone lines. And we took some phone calls. And I did it from home last night because it's easier to do it from home with the video component. Because it's easier for me to come in, quite honestly. But for the video component, it's easier for me to be home. So we did that. We worked out some kinks in what was there. So I had a couple technical problems early, but then we got going and look out.
Hey, we got a long playoff run in front of us. It's all right. Work those kinks out.
We sure do.
That's right.
Is this are you betting the Flyers to win the series? Is this a shoebox bet?
Already locked in on the plus money before the series even started. Took game one. Took them a little bit last night as well. So we are we're looking good right now. I'm not going to add anything as far as the series is concerned. But for game 3 tomorrow night, very surprising line for me. Flyers minus 115. Only minus 115.
Penguins line.
Penguins minus 105. Definitely a Penguins line. But, man, that's going to be difficult for them to go in there and win that game.
Yep.
It really is. I don't know. I don't know if I'll wager on game 3, but sitting pretty right now.
All right, let's go to Black Gritty from blackgritty.com. Black Gritty.
Let's get a Marty party. Let's get a Marty party. Yeah. I know everybody talk about the babyface assassin. I don't care about none of that. For half my life, all I heard was trade Owen Tippett. Now, little inside baseball for people. My first name is Owen, so I got to ride with Owen. There's only like 3 of us out here. You know what I mean? So I've been riding with the ginger for a long time, standing up for him, taking shots in the back. And then that man comes out there last night like Allen Iverson, freaking him, getting held, tapping his knee, picking that skate up, and then passing that on to Hathaway, the sexiest Hathaway in America. I don't care what you tell me. It is so amazing watching Crosby cry. The rest was out there putting a diaper on my boy trying to save him. Pat McAfee up in there wetting himself. I can't live a better life than the life I'm living right now. I have not been to sleep yet. It's why, guys. It's you know what? Y'all talking about the Phillies. I don't know who the Phillies. What Dombrowski I never heard of. Never seen him in my life. I don't know nothing about nobody except these Flyers. Owen Tippett is the captain of my ship. Put the C on the chest, baby. That's an Owen for me. I know one thing and one thing only. They are coming into a madhouse tomorrow. The pitchforks are going to be out. Leave the doors open because we're about to blow the roof off that thing. Let's go Fire!
Oh, yeah.
Good work. Owen Wilson would probably make the top Owen list.
Yeah. I think
Owen Hart.
Yeah, he's
late
dead.
wrestler.
Yeah, he passed away. Didn't he fall?
Yeah, he was on some type of. They're bringing him. It's like on the ceiling. They're bringing him down. He's
grief.
The rooster, something rooster.
I mean, you're gonna go that way.
He fell. Yep.
That is tough.
And then they continued the.
Oh, the show rolls on.
Yeah.
Well, that's McMahon.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
hey, sorry, the guy died.
That's Vince. Owen. That's a good question. Famous Owens. Yeah.
Not a lot of Owens.
No.
Anyway, let's hear Rob Thompson after the game. Oh, boy. You get to a point where what else are you going to say? The guys aren't hitting.
Correct. There's not much you can say.
No, it's not like so they've lost 6 straight games, but it wasn't peaches and cream before that. This has been the entire season. These guys aren't hitting. Here's Rob Thompson after the game.
The energy's been pretty good, and they're fighting, and they're cheering each other on, and they're, like I said, the energy level's high. I think that there's a lot of hope there, and there's a lot of pride there.
Yeah.
So this isn't anything internal? The clubhouse is still intact. Everybody still is getting along. This is just they suck?
They might be bad.
Oof. I would say until this week, it should feel different inside that clubhouse. Like getting your doors blown off you 3 games at home against the Braves, again, division opponent, all of that. I would expect things are a little bit different now. And then, of course, what took place last night in Chicago, like you're on the road, silence the noise just a little bit. A lot of the things that Penguins fans are saying right now. Get out of the home barn, go on the road, but a different world as far as with the sports and playoffs, all that. But, Yeah, I thought that the Phillies would show a much better game from their perspective in both offense, defense, everything, and that was not the case last night.
Believe me, I was going back and forth with the games.
We are in trouble.
Yep. I was wishing I was doing a Phillies post-game show last night.
You did say that.
Angry.
You did say that, yeah.
And then the Flyers scored their third goal, and it's like, all right, this is a wrap.
It was great.
Yep, it sure was. Phillies tonight, it's also the 7:40, so it doesn't get over as early as I'd like it to. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I do think that somebody needs to step up here and be the voice, be the mouthpiece, and it's not Rob Thompson. I would love for Harper to put a little something extra out there, because if there is one guy that is actually doing okay as far as hitting is concerned, it's Harper.
He's been all right.
So step up. I know he's been answering the questions to the media too, right? He's not silent, but a little bravado, a little beat the chest.
Tough to do that when they clearly don't have confidence.
It's fair. What is he going to say?
Yep. Yeah. But what are they going to do right now other than just start hitting? Luzardo and his 7.94 ERA on the mound tonight.
Oh,
your thoughts?
That's it?
Yeah, the Cubs are minus 126.
Can't get worse. I don't think.
All right, so we have this is KDKA 93.7 The Fan in Pittsburgh. I was listening at 6 o'clock this morning. I listened to 5 o'clock, but the 5 o'clock host I decided I was going to stop listening to. 6 o'clock comes on. They're not very happy. Here's a little sampling of what you heard this morning.
I think they either come back and win the series or they're going to get swept.
Yes.
I think there's no other angle to it.
I think I'll take it a step further. I think you either score the next goal.
Oh, yeah.
Or you get swept.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Credit where credit's due. I totally underestimated the Flyers.
Me too. Yeah. 100%.
They're a much better team than I gave them credit for. They play that system to a T. Like you honestly can't play that system any better. They've really been doing it since the Olympic break. And then you add Forster and Porter Martone's going to be a superstar. You add him into the mix, and all of a sudden they're a much deeper hockey team.
And then you have Tocchet pulling the strings, which is just
he's done a great job.
It's a recipe for disaster.
Man, keep talking.
Yeah.
That's good radio right there.
Well, I feel like the one guy was like clearing his throat. Like there was noises coming in that background. What's going on over there?
You got to have a good voice to be on radio, right?
That's the lead host. He got very mad at me before. If this happened today, it would get like 1 million views. He was so mad. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I insulted. It was during the Penguins and the Flyers series. I insulted Pittsburgh. I don't remember exactly what I said. I'm sure you can imagine, Sean, what I said.
Yeah.
And my producer, Ben Livingston, he used to work in Pittsburgh as the morning show host. So he sent it to him, and they played it on the air, and he was like, "That's why I hate Philadelphia. These people, they think they're better than us." He went crazy on the air over me.
Well, he's the one that underestimated us.
Right.
Shame on that guy.
Well, my point was I was just messing around. Like he legitimately, his venom for Philadelphia came out. He was so mad.
You think he was redder than I was when Avalon Bryan called in?
Well,
no.
Well, about the same amount of anger. Maybe more. It was a lot of fun.
Nice.
But anyway, it's nice to hear. I mean, it really is. Like that clip right there, Ray, is awesome.
Because they're just in full retreat.
Yep. They're much better than I thought they were. They're very well coached. They run the system to the T. Rick Tocchet. Porter Martone's going to be a superstar? Is this really happening to us, Ray?
Which I also have to say, I am loving the hockey cliche of the next goal. Because that was all I got yesterday also. Hey, Penguins, they just need the next goal. That's what's going to turn this series. Penguins, they score the next goal in Philly. That turns the series. The next goal is, I guess, shame on me, not enough of a hockey guy. The next goal cliche is my favorite. Because you know what? Tonight, the Phillies just need the next home run.
Oh, yeah,
that
for
next
sure.
home run's going to turn everything.
Yeah, there was a guy that was in the Pittsburgh world, and he was on my timeline, and he was like, man, I just spent $700 or $500, and I didn't hear the goal sounder once. Yeah, he was like, are you kidding me? Did that really just happen?
There was Philly. Was it Philly sucks, or what was the chant that was going on last night?
Flyers suck.
Flyers suck. Yeah, it wasn't very loud. If you're losing, it's hard to get that. They were trying. You know what, though? They're handling it well. If you listen to the morning show, they're so shocked about what happened. They don't even know how to take it.
There was definitely life in that arena in the first period.
Oh, for sure.
It was bumping.
Yeah. All right. Coming up, News at Noon. Ray returns to a News at Noon on his birthday, featuring the New York mess, NBA insider Draymond Green, and New York's newest villain. There's a lot there, and it's all good. And your chance to win $1,000. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Flyers take game 2. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. And the Flyers with a 3-0 victory, blanking the Penguins in their own arena in game 2, and now leading the series 2-0. Dan Vladar, 27 saves on 27 shots. And Porter Martone, the Mania, struck one more time. He hit the first goal of the game.
Now to connecting with a shot. Kinbold over to the slot. They score! Porter Martone! He's got another one! Martone's got his second in 2 playoff games. And Martone has given the Flyers the 1-0 lead.
And a 2-0 series lead coming to Philadelphia for the first time tomorrow night. Game 3 at Xfinity Mobile Arena. Game 2 tonight for the Sixers against the Celtics. They trail the series 1-0. 7 o'clock tip-off for that game. You can hear it right here on the Fanatic. And the Phillies lost again last night, 5-1 to the Cubs in Chicago. Back at it tonight, 7:40 to Jesus Luzardo on the mound for the Phils. This update is brought to you by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has led inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more at crohnscolitisfoundation.org. I'm Ray Dunn in your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
I know that.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm learning.
Me too.
The legend of Porter Martone continues to grow, my friend.
I mean, I'm practically an expert after
You
the first
are.
2 games.
I mean, you literally are just showing off at this point your hockey knowledge, expertise. I mean, I need to hear a little bit more about Tocchet's system and why it is
I've learned a lot.
so successful.
It's like the Devils.
What about them?
But just like them, that's what they used to do. They had the great system. So here's what I've learned.
Yeah,
Ray, tell me if I'm correct on this.
Oh, good.
Chance to win $1,000 in a minute. That the the neutral zone, they're not allowing anything to happen in the neutral zone.
Okay.
They're coming up and they're forcing the issue at the neutral zone. So nothing ever happens, but they're just flipping it into. So they'll be in the Flyer zone a lot, but they don't let them do anything in there. But they're just kind of skating around. They're trying to get around everybody.
Not a lot of good looks. Not a lot of good looks.
Man, it looked like they only got 2 shots in the first period last night. It really did.
A lot of white, sweaters in front of
a lot of weak shots.
Yeah.
Get them in the pads.
Well, it's
There
not
you go.
jerseys, they're sweaters.
Speaking of sweaters, real quick, yo, what's up with all right, it's the Penguins. I get it, but get rid of those jerseys. Who's making the decisions over there?
Well, they live in Pittsburgh.
I mean, at the end of the day, you got to go back to the classics.
Yeah, it's ugly.
The electric pea yellow.
But it looks right. It looks right for that city. They probably love it.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, because you saw the commercial with Sydney. We all wear the same color in all of our uniforms.
Yeah. All the yins love it out there.
I don't mind it, but that was a little too much. Just go back to the black with the yellow. That's the classic look.
Black and yellow.
Or I think they did a whiteout too in there, which I thought is something that yellow is just ugly. It's ugly. It's ugly.
It is, right.
If you drink enough icy light, it looks good.
Yeah, screw them. Who cares? Play 2 more games, get them out. All right. Your time to win $1,000. Let's do it.
It's time for Fanatic Parlay Cash.
All right, your chance to win a grand contest. Keyword is quiz. Contest keyword, quiz. No, that's not it. Is this yesterday's Jesus, Ray? Do not do quiz.
Timeout. I needed 20.
So I looked at the first word. It's like, that is not it. Yes, because cash was earlier. The keyword is wealth. W-E-A-L-T-H. Wealth. W-E-A-L-T-H. You have 25 minutes till after the hour to enter it on the Fanatic app at 975thefanatic.com or text it to the special contest short code 45911. One random entry wins $1,000 in this company-wide contest. Winners will get a call from Beasley. Be sure to answer your phone. Rules 975thefanatic.com. Parlay. Fanatic Parlay Cash stood up by Iron Mountain Men's Health. 5 chances to win each weekday, 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 3 and 5 p.m. Hooah. All right.
Wealth.
Yeah, I even spelled it wrong. Dude, I was up late. I was sick. My middle girl now has whatever the hell I had.
Oh,
so she woke up, then she has standardized testing today, so she's going to miss that. It's just been, it never ends.
No, it never ends. It never ends. It's the trash has got to go out. The diapers got to get changed. The bottles got to get washed. The dishwasher's got to be empty. It never ends.
Right. It's a lot like Ray's life.
I mean, I'm really going through it right now. Both roommates on the road. I mean, I have to take care of everything at the house. It's a lot for me.
Yeah, enjoy it, Ray.
Wait, you got to find the remote control? Is that the most difficult part of your day?
It was a little difficult yesterday. I was in a little bit of a haze yesterday trying to find that remote.
Yeah, I bet.
All right. Your voice is already starting to fail.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh.
It's went from an 8 to a 7. Quickly.
I don't think it was ever an 8 today, but that's very nice of you to
7 to a 6?
Sure, yeah. Somewhere between 6 and 7 right now.
On your birthday, too. We do have somebody checking in real quick on that. Philly sports dude. Not that guy. At Sharp Stats guy. He said, I took a flyer on the Ray Dunn birthday triple-double. 10 beers, 10 shots, 10 heaters, plus $5K. Don't let me down, Ray.
Oh, man.
I'll be out tomorrow.
Stay on target.
Love it.
Stay on target. Let's get to the news at noon. It doesn't matter what comes in the world of sports. The news at noon with Ray Dunn. Bad Athlete Podcast, angry college coaches, innocuous and random topics. News at noon with Ray Dunn. The news at noon with Ray Dunn. The news at noon with Ray Dunn.
All right, we'll start with the New York story, end with a New York story. We'll begin with the New York Mets, who we know have been going through it, 11 straight losses coming into the week. And that means everyone up there is talking similarly the way we're talking, except they've pinpointed maybe the clubhouse issue for this. Tim Britton of The Athletic was on with Foul Territory and went into the dynamic that's been quietly brewing, maybe not so quietly brewing under the surface for the last year up there in New York between one Francisco Lindor and Juan Soto.
Some people wondered, is this going to be Lindor's team or Soto's team? And other people in the organization said it's got to be both. Like, it's got to work that way. You can't just, it's not one guy taking over. It's their personalities coming together. They're meshing a little bit better. And, that takes time to happen organically. When Soto got comfortable the second half of last year, people thought, he was in a better place. Lindor was in a better place. They didn't think it was going to be any issue going forward. It was interesting to be there on opening day and see that they had moved Soto's locker from across the door from Lindor to all the way on the other side of the room. There are some other things that go into that service time. You acquire Marcus Semien. It makes sense to put Semien near Lindor. It makes sense to have Soto kind of anchoring the other side of the room with Luis Robert, who he wanted to locker next to. But that certainly feeds into that narrative.
Jeez. Oh, so that's all. That's great for the Mets. They'll never win anything.
Well, at least we don't have that here.
Yeah, we don't have that.
At least that we don't know of, or that we know.
So the word is they're going to hire Beltran. They're going to fire Mendoza and hire Beltran.
Carlos Beltran. Yes.
Who was the manager before, but they fired him before they could have him manager because of the trash can stuff.
Seems like that would be the case. I don't know if that's going to save the day for them this year. They look like they're in trouble as well. And that's that's crazy. The amount of money that both of those guys are being paid.
So they've lost 17 straight games combined, and their payrolls are $800 million.
That's insane.
Close to $800 million. I know the Mets spend more than the Phillies. Not by much.
Yep.
I wonder what that conversation is like, though, to have your locker moved. Like, man,
dude,
that's some small stuff there. That's whiny.
Yeah, I remember maybe they didn't even make maybe it wasn't their decision. It was the Mets saying, let's move them on other sides of the room.
Oh, you think that could have been really? Yeah.
I don't know if one guy went to the other.
I bet you Soto did. Juan Soto strikes me as that type of guy.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Lindor strikes you as that type of guy, too? Yeah.
Just kind of seems like Lindor's come in and been like, this is my organization.
Yeah, this is mine.
I think Lindor is done after this year.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to keep Soto.
Yeah, they don't.
Over Lindor. But you wonder if it just has split the locker room, if everybody's like, Lindor, you're a loser, and they're siding with Soto, or everybody's just miserable because these two egomaniacs can't get along, which is probably what it is.
$341 million, Francisco Lindor's contract, 10 years.
Awesome.
Yep. Nice.
All right, Ray.
All right, number 2 for you. This is the new NBA. You lose, your season ends. A couple days later, you hop on a podcast and you speculate about your head coach's future. And not just any head coach, the head coach of one of the great dynasties that this league has ever seen. Draymond Green hopped on the podcast. You know what, guys? You didn't ask me for it, but I'm going to tell you guys the truth. I don't know what's going on, but it kind of feels like Steve Kerr's done.
I've never been so uncertain since early in my career on what happens next. But I'm truly at a loss now because you just don't know what direction will be what. Steph, myself, Steve shared a moment in what could be our last time playing with Steve as our coach. I'm happy we got to share that moment, and he didn't miss the moment. It was a big deal. I hope he's our coach next year. You want my opinion? I think not. Just because it just feels like that. It felt like that was it.
Yeah, what's your problem with that, Ray?
Him being like, you want my opinion? It's not going to... He's only fueling to the Steve Kerr's not going to be the coach. Let Steve Kerr decide that and move on. You also don't need a podcast 2-3 days after the season ends.
I also think that he's speaking from the perspective of knowing Steve Kerr and having conversations with Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr's talked about it. If you... Steve Kerr has had every opportunity to say that he wants to come back. He's doing everything but saying that.
Right.
It does feel like it's over.
It does.
12 years with the Golden State Warriors. Had a great run.
It's been 12 years.
12 total years.
Wow, man.
Yeah, so you have an issue with Draymond Green putting that out there on his own podcast after his season, and I don't.
I'm just, again, I don't know. I saw Steph go to Coachella after the season ended, and I appreciate that more than I appreciate the hopping on the pod.
Yeah, Steph does seem like a Justin Bieber fan. I would assume he is.
You should probably.
Yeah.
Oh, well, but I mean, if you're Steve Kerr, you're not winning anything.
No.
You could pretend last year, well, we have Jimmy Butler now, and if this happens and if that happens, they're done. Now you just have to win enough to where the end of Steph's career isn't miserable. How long is Draymond around for? You have all these questions. Clay's already been gone for a couple of years.
Being Draymond's coach would make me retire pretty quick, too.
Yeah, you think what's the deal with they dealt with that maniac for all these years? I mean, Jesus. All right, Ray.
We'll keep it in the NBA. We'll go up to New York. Last night, the Hawks pulling out the 107-106 win over the Knicks. C.J. McCollum, 32 points, became the antagonist to that crowd. But whatever you do, please do not label C.J. McCollum the villain. Whatever you do not call this man the villain.
C.J. McCollum, New York City villain. How does it feel? No villain, man. I'm just here to compete, man.
He's just here to compete. So again, if you go into that post-game presser, don't call him a villain.
I am no villain. I'm a nice guy with 2 kids and a wife.
Yeah.
I think it's admiration. Great, passionate fans in a really hostile environment. It's fun. It's basketball. It's the playoffs. And if anything, I think it's a sign of respect.
He's not a villain. He's a nice guy that's got kids.
Well, what were they chanting at him?
Yeah, they were messing with him.
They were, I mean, it was more than booze. They were like, I don't know if they were saying F you.
Yeah, they were. F you, CJ.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so like,
You're a villain.
I would, I mean, is he a villain or they're just mad because they're going to lose?
He just told you he's not a villain.
Right.
You know, he just said.
I don't think CJ is a villain. I just think he's a good basketball player with kids and a wife.
Yeah, he was the head of the players union.
No, but other than being good, why would he be a villain? Trae Young's a villain. I think he plays into it.
Yes,
he enjoys it.
Trae Young
That's
was.
not C.J. McCollum.
No, I agree. What a game. What a comeback victory by the guys.
They were down by how many? 13?
Yeah.
12? Yeah, like the Knicks really have some type of loser-ish mentality to them. So do the Sixers.
Yeah, they do. Oh, no doubt about that. Sixers in action tonight. But
all right, that's the news.
It's always fun to see the Knicks choke down the stretch. In a game that I had on one of the screens, and I was just like, are they going to lose this game?
Did I have that? Did I send that? Did you get that, Ray? There's the final call of it that I was watching this morning. Iron Eagles on the call. Because you know why I saw it? You have it? This is, I think, on Peacock last night. Go.
Guaranteed here. And he missed both. Hart with the rebound. No timeout called. Get it up for Bridges. Put it up for the win. And he missed it. Atlanta comes all the way back from 14 down and ties the series. They win game 2 in MSG, 107-106.
So I think it was a missed free throw, and then they tried to go, in just a couple of seconds, like 3 seconds, they tried to get it down. And you heard Iron Eagle say there, no timeout called. It had on the screen that there was a timeout, but it was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to after the game was over, they had to come out and say, sorry, because it made Iron Eagle look bad. Say no timeout called.
Son.
Or it was Noah Eagle,
Yeah.
not Iron.
Eagle. Yeah.
Oh God.
Came out the womb with a microphone.
Shouldn't he have to change his name?
From Noah?
He does. He sounds like his dad.
For the rest of us, change your name.
Yeah, can you be Ray Eagle?
That would be a really good bit.
Raymond Eagle?
Applying to jobs as Ray Eagle.
Ray Eagle. You get a look then.
There are musicians out there that have changed their last name to Marley, even though they're not actually related, or that's their real last name, because people see it and they're like, "Oh, Marley," and they think that it's something like, yeah, if you search Marley in reggae, get Larry Marley or whoever it is out there. But anyway, all right, that's the news at noon. Thank you, Raymond. So we're 2 days away from the draft, and there's pretty much been no buzz surrounding the draft. Ray, is it because I don't know. A lot of years, I just love the draft so much. I still love the draft. I don't know. Like, I just haven't. The Flyers have taken me out of it, or where they're picking. What is it?
What bizarre world that is. Maybe you've accepted they're taking offensive linemen, and you don't have a lot of driving takes on the O-line. A.J. Brown's distracted you? I don't know.
Is A.J. Brown shut me down from paying attention to a lot of it because that's everything that you get, and there's an exhaustion with it?
Maybe.
Because, Sean, yesterday for the first time I saw some A.J. trade truthers turn into A.J. haters.
Yeah, welcome to the party.
People are, hang on a second. What do you mean you want to be traded? For the people that have finally come around to this is going to happen, people realize, like, so he's forcing his way out. Like, this isn't BS. This is actually true. And he said nothing about it. He's played this game, and he's going to be traded. Seth Joyner in a tweet yesterday, and it's in the second part of a tweet. I got to find it. But he definitely asked a very interesting question, which was more or less like, since when in Philadelphia do we allow a guy just to force his way out of town and everything's fine? You know what I mean? That's essentially what he's done. He's been smart about it, but that's what he's done, right?
It's because they've had the success that they have had. That's the only reason why that this is somewhat okay with a small percentage of the fan base. Now, as we continue to get closer to him being moved, I think that number continues to come down. But that's where I'm at. I'm disgusted.
So you've gotten mad.
Oh, I started getting mad last week.
Yeah, you did.
Last week I said, now it's just annoying. And now you're going to tell me that I have to wait until June 1, June 2 that this actually goes through. Now, there are some reports and rumors out there that this could potentially take another step for draft weekend, which would be great. Which would be great to have some rumors, innuendo, stuff being put out there, connecting the dots, whatever it is. But I'm concerned. I can't be confident with that wide receiver room as much as I like Devontae Smith. They got a couple 2s and 3s mixed in.
Oh, it's fair.
But, I don't want to let go of A.J. Brown, but here's the issue. He wants out. So what do?
You trade him.
It's kind of how I view it.
And, I mean, everybody, has there been anybody off the record, on the record, that said anything bad about A.J.?
No.
Who was the story that the guy said, the coach actually came to me and said, I just want to make sure that A.J. is a great teammate and he's great. Everybody loves him. Like, he went back to make sure that. So everybody, it almost feels like they feel bad for him.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, you know what, AJ, you're right. We want to make you happy. Go ahead and go where you want to go. It's unbelievable. Here's what Seth tweeted. I remember a time when players that were malcontents or problematic were shipped off to football Siberia or a team against your wishes. Why are the Eagles supposedly acquiescing to the desires of AJ and New England? If I'm Howie, I'm not taking one pick less than what the Miami Dolphins got for Waddle. There you go. I mean, yeah, like Seth makes a good point.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that they don't. When's the last time that they traded a player against their will to football Siberia? Because then the player's unhappy at the new team he goes to, and they just gave draft compensation. All right, so yeah, you say to AJ, oh yeah, we'll trade you to the Raiders, and AJ says, are you crazy? I'm going to the Raiders. They have no chance to win, the worst team in the NFL. And you say, nope, we're trading you anyway. Like, he's going to be really happy going to Las Vegas and Mendoza.
Yeah, I actually wanted to see him end up in Cleveland.
Cleveland is where you and Seth would say.
Yeah. That's where I want to send him. But, look, I think AJ has had the success. He's done things the right way at this point in time over the offseason. So the agents are handling business. And at the end of the day, if Howie's price is paid, then everything's going to be okay. And you move them. But if not, then that's where we have a little bumping of the heads. And I'm curious how this is going to play out. I'm not buying. I saw somebody in the Inquirer this morning wrote the article that Howie Roseman might not be able to get a first-round pick.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not buying that. Howie's going to get his price answered, and it's going to be in next year's draft, and it's a big draft. There's a lot of potential there, whether you're talking about quarterback, wide receiver, so on and so forth. So I don't see Howie Roseman losing out on this trade, especially we're talking about a player as good as A.J. Brown is.
Right, and the comp to what, because a lot of people will say, and I've seen this, what leverage do you have if you have to trade him? You've operated in free agency and draft like you have to trade him, right? They could bring him back at this point, but it seems like the moves they've made make it very, very unlikely that's the case. So why couldn't New England just say, all right, we'll give you a third-round draft pick and that's it? Well, because Howie knows that New England wants the player. And if you want the player, are you willing to not do that deal, which could be the difference of going back to a Super Bowl or missing the playoffs because of the difference between a first and a second-round draft pick? Carson Wentz said he would only go to one team. The Bears wanted him, and he said, I don't want to go to the Bears. So they didn't trade him to Chicago. Chicago's saying, well, he didn't want to play here. We don't want him.
Mm-hmm.
He said he would only go to the Colts. And Frank Reich wanted him, and the GM wanted him. So you know what Howie said? Well, you don't get the player. You either give me this first-round pick like we were talking about, or you don't get the player. And you know what the Colts did? They traded the first-round pick.
That's right.
But they made it conditional. Is that how they get the first-round pick? Yeah. So Howie got what he wanted, even though he had very little leverage. Okay, we'll bring Carson Wentz back. Okay, I'll bring Carson Wentz back. Or I'll wait till training camp when there's an injury that happens or something. So do I think Howie's going to operate in the same way? Absolutely. But how far are the Eagles willing to go?
It's a good question. Deadlines get deals done. We'll see. Is the deadline June 1? I don't know.
What's the favorite if you're setting a betting line on Howie getting a first-round draft pick?
Oh, he's
significant favorite? Slight favorite? Ray?
Yeah, I would say significant favorite. I'm not going to go like
minus 400?
No. We're still in the ballpark of like a good, solid
minus 175.
Yeah, like your third starter, second starter, maybe like minus 175, minus 180. He gets a first round pick.
Ray?
Yeah, I was in a 140, 150 area.
Ooh, so there's value coming in.
All right, just like the Penguins the last two nights. Bam!
How about that?
I agree with you, but I also would like to be on the other side of it and be like, Howie, you bring him back, bro. But then Howie ends up finding a suitor elsewhere, and he gets his first-round draft pick, and you don't have the player. That's the risk.
Yeah,
he knows how to operate with these things.
I think you said it before the show that if you do bring back A.J. Brown, he is absolutely in the driveway doing sit-ups. There's no doubt about it that's
how we get it done.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't want that.
Yeah, no. see, AJ, my buddy Len from Swedesboro keeps doing this Raiders thing. He's not going to the Raiders.
No, it's one team only.
AJ says he was a fan of the Patriots growing up. I'm sure he wasn't because of Rabel on the team. He was a fan because of Brady. He can go play for Brady and the Raiders. Yeah, they're not, because then you don't get a first-round pick. Or the Raiders have another first-round pick. He's not going to the Raiders, Len.
No.
I've been trying to tell you this, bro.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen there. He was a fan of the Patriots growing up.
Uncle Jamie says the deal's already done. 100% deal is done. I don't agree with that. I think the agreement is we know we're trading them to you. You know you're trading them to us. We know that there's going to be – I'll leave it like this. I'd be shocked if it didn't happen. I'd be shocked, but yeah. I'm wondering how far either way each of the – because if you're talking about Elliott Wolf against Howie Roseman, I'll tell you who the favorite is in that.
Who's your favorite American Revolution Patriot?
Do I have a list to choose from?
Sam Adams?
No.
Benjamin Franklin. It's got to be the guy. Key diplomat, really. Founding father. How about TJ?
Nope. Who?
TJ, Thomas Jefferson.
I would have to Google them and make sure they didn't do bad things.
How about the leader of the Green Mountain Boys, Ethan Allen?
Him.
Yeah, there you go.
Ethan Allen. That's what I was going to say.
That's it. Not Steve Grogan, though.
No, not Steve Grogan.
How could you be a fan of the Patriots with Brady if you're not from New England?
Tony Eason.
That's fake.
All right, by the way, happy birthday also to my Aunt Kathy.
Oh, Aunt Kathy, happy birthday.
A couple years older than Ray.
Just a few.
Ray's only 26, right? 26?
26, yeah.
So you're closer to 30 than 20.
Yep, thank you. Appreciate that.
26. God
I'm having
bless
beers
you.
tonight.
Great age.
He's already talking about going out tomorrow night. His voice already isn't good. And you're going to go out yelling?
No. Why do you assume it's yelling? It's a brewery.
Gee, I don't. No, you're going to. No, I'm talking about tomorrow night.
No, I'll be quiet tomorrow
He's double dipping. Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, he's going out tonight drinking, and then he's going out tomorrow night drinking.
I'll be fine.
And he's doing Thursday night draft coverage with me and B Gun.
Oh, yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
All right, then he's on the air Friday with us. Are you working this weekend?
Not doing anything Friday. Don't worry. Not doing anything Saturday.
You're cooked.
All right, we got to make it to Friday, Ray.
I will, for sure.
You know, I really think this alcohol, we need to have a conversation. Me and your parents need to sit down about your
birthday.
alcohol conversation.
Damn it.
Consumption.
Settle down, Fitzy. Just settle down, bud.
Get a hold of your mom for me. Let's get on a Zoom together. All right, coming up, while we're talking about A.J. Brown.
Oh, yeah.
We heard from his future head coach for the first time since the Rossini-Vrabel scandal dropped. How did that work out? We'll have that for you coming up next. Middays with Marks 97.5 The Fanatic. All right, let's keep this simple, stupid. If you're a snorer, I'm telling you, you can eliminate your snoring and your sleep apnea. And sleep apnea is very bad for your health. If you're a snorer, you likely have sleep apnea, as I do. And I went to my dentist, Dr. Eric Pastor, who is the expert in the industry, one of the best dentists, 10 consecutive years in Philadelphia Magazine, named a top dentist. And Dr. Pastor offers an advanced, comfortable sleep apnea device. It keeps your airway open so you can sleep better and feel better. I'm telling you, there's not a night that I don't go to sleep with this in your mouth, because it eliminates the sleep apnea. I tried CPAP, and that was miserable. I was ripping the mask off in the middle of the night. And my wife, after, 10 years, said, you have to do something about it. I did it, and this is the easiest way. And check this out. This sleep apnea device is covered by most insurance plans, including Medicare. This is not a dental issue. This is a medical issue. If you have sleep apnea, it is not good. All right, Dr. Pastor can help connect you with the right doctors, and he will arrange a home sleep test, which is very simple, even if you've never been diagnosed. And yes, again, it's covered by insurance. His number is 610-67-SLEEP. You can reach out to me. I can actually hand you off to his office. 610-67-SLEEP. The website is drpastor.com. drpaster.com.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
A two-game series lead. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Flyers beat the Penguins last night 3-0. Vladar with the shutout, 27 for 27 save opportunities for him. A 2-0 series lead for this Flyers team. Now they're going to come back to Philadelphia for Game 3 tomorrow night against the Penguins down at Xfinity Mobile Arena. Game 2 tonight between the Sixers and the Celtics up in Boston. Sixers trail the series 1-0. 7 o'clock tip-off for that game. You can hear that game right here on The Fanatic. Phillies lost 5-1 last night to the Cubs. They're back at it tonight, 7:40 with Jesus Luzardo on the mound out there in Chicago. This update is brought to you by Wendy's new Biggie Deals. Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie Deals for a pretty Biggie deal. Got to be Wendy's. U.S. price of participation may vary. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic.
Middays with Marks. I'm John Marks. He is Sean Brace. Happy birthday, Ray Dunn. Ray Dunn, dun dun dun. Do you remember the commercial for Tums? Tums. The same thing with Ray.
That's a good jingle.
Dun 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 dun.
They don't make jingles like they used to.
They do not.
Nope.
They don't do radio jingles anymore either. I was always mad. I never worked at a station that did the old-fashioned radio jingle.
Now, there is a product, and my daughter was singing the jingle, and it was big time for football season, but it was the Daisy jingle.
What's the Daisy jingle?
It's Daisy sour cream. Everything tastes better with Daisy. $1. $1.
So it's a good.
It's a
good
great
jingle.
It's
really?
a great jingle.
Okay, I like jingles.
Yeah, if you could write a good jingle, you got a future.
For sure. Yeah, all you need is a couple good jingles, and then your whole career will just be like, oh, well, that's the guy who did this jingle. What's the best jingle ever? Ray? Because you're not a jingle era.
Oh, come on.
No,
Ray.
not really.
I'm trying to think. Great jingle. Well, the Empire Carpeting one is a great one.
18588. I can't sing it. I realized as I was starting to talk, I was like, I can't even try and sing it right
Empire, it's 588-2300. Empire today.
Meow mix.
Meow, 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 meow. That's a great one.
That's TV tossing right there.
And I also ate Meow Mix after that. It was such a great jingle. Like, why not? Have you ever tried a dog biscuit?
No, I have not. My son ate some cat food the other day. I caught him. Yeah, I caught him. His hand was in the bowl. Yeah, dude, he's quick. I mean, this kid. If there was like the baby crawling competition that you see at some basketball games, I'm telling you, Lane would absolutely. He was by my foot for a second. Next thing you know, he's got his hand in the kiddie bowl.
What did you do when you took a shower? Did you put him in the tub?
I put him in a tub. Yeah. Oh, dude, it's chaos.
What could possibly go wrong?
It's chaos. I got one more jingle.
Did you waterboard him too so he couldn't move?
No, definitely not. One more jingle. You ready?
Yeah.
Give me a break. Give me a break.
Yeah, break
me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
They're all older.
Yeah, they don't do jingles, but Daisy jingles.
There's a new one.
Yes.
Right. Yep. Okay.
The best part of waking up
Folgers in your cup.
is Folgers in your cup.
I always enjoyed them.
Yep.
Doesn't it feel like that Ray would be in a Folgers commercial, his family? Ray's coming home from college and on Christmas, and Mom comes downstairs. Ray has coffee for her.
I was thinking Ray would standing at the table. He's got two hands on the cup. Two hands. He's holding the.
Right.
I can't stand people that two-hand coffee cups. That just makes me look like rage.
Yeah, why do you do it?
People do it on television all the time.
So it's the Kay Adams.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking.
Yeah, I have no interest in that. Ray could be in a fold because he's got the red hair and the beard and stuff. There you go. All right, so we have Mike Vrabel. He finally speaks. So, like, the Eagles OTAs open today, right? So I guess the Patriots did yesterday, or because he talks about it in one of the things that he says, but he addressed the media. And people wondered, was he going to say, here's my statement, I'm not talking outside of that, let's talk about football. He didn't do that.
Ooh.
And he came out, he did a good 3 minutes where he was just, he didn't give any details or anything like that. But he also, he could have not come out and been like, I'm not talking about it, or kind of like Rossini handled it, which is, I'm the victim, everybody's done me wrong. No, he came out, because you know why? He's got to answer to his team. This is the biggest story in sports, even if ESPN doesn't want to talk about it. It's the biggest story in sports for a couple weeks.
Yeah, and also he's not getting fired. She was, though. So that's like I'm not trying to defend her by no means, but he didn't have to be defiant. He's not getting canned.
Right.
Well,
it's true. She lost her job. She lost everything.
Yeah. Interlocking fingers.
Yeah, but she could have came out and just said,
absolutely.
I'm taking time away to step back with my family, whatever. And you take it on the chin, because the same machine that you were making big time money being an NFL insider bit you, and you got caught up in it.
And it's crazy because a lot of these people are reaching out to crisis management people. It's like, wait a minute, what are we doing?
They tried to stop the story. What do you do? Your agent, I'm sure she has an agent. Yeah. An agent says, I know crisis. What do we do? And whoever that person is, lose their number.
Yeah, they should be fired immediately.
Here's Mike Vrabel talking to the media.
Let me first begin by saying thank you. Thank you for your patience that you've shown in a personal and private matter for me and obviously everybody involved. I know that that's not easy for you, and I respect that, and I appreciate your efforts in doing so. I understand I could have addressed you guys sooner, but it was important to me to have a conversation with the players, which I did yesterday, very candidly, as we began our off-season program, which everyone is excited to be a part of. Stacey had mentioned the players.
Yeah, you can cut it. He said he wanted to talk to the team before he addressed the media, and so he goes on later on. Here's Vrabel.
I've had some difficult conversations with people that I care about, with my family, the organization, the coaches, the players. Those have been positive and productive. We believe in order to be successful on and off the field, you have to make good decisions. That includes me. That starts with me. We never want our actions to negatively affect the team. We never want to be the cause of a distraction. Those are comments and questions that I've answered for the team and with the team. We'll keep those private and to ourselves. Care deeply about this football team, and I'm excited to coach them.
I mean, they were fighting up there in the media.
Settle down, Fitzy. Just settle down.
They were. Yep.
Over Vrabel.
A lot of people got all hot and bothered over that story. You're right. It was very interesting.
So how do you think he did?
Not a prepared statement.
Nope.
That sounded off the top of the head. Yeah, look, like he's honest. He is admitting somewhat.
He's honest as he needs to be.
Correct.
For
he's
me.
admitting fault to a point.
Yep.
Right. It's keeping a little generic, but I totally expect that. And then at the end of the day, I think I actually liked his approach. Hey, I wanted to talk to the team first, and you guys. I appreciate. Apparently, he wasn't scheduled to talk today.
Is that right?
That is what I'm reading on my timeline. Apparently, it was players only that were supposed to talk to the media. So Vrabel went out there and talked to him. So good for him. Now maybe we could put this behind us for him.
I hope not. It's been fun. It's been the best thing that's happened to me in a long time, that's for sure. Especially, and you know why else? Because that Rossini is such a rat. And she is just an absolute sewer rat. And she got exposed for it. She really, really did. And honestly, could it look any worse for her other than crimes or things like that? She didn't break any laws or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. But could she look any slimier and scummier than she does?
No, it's pretty hard. Yep. And now there's a lot of connecting the dots and who she was voting for and all the information she's had. And a lot of it came from Tennessee with Dable, Sala, and Vrabel.
Yep.
Just amazing. Amazing. Vrabel's defense here or anything was anything but the...
Oh, yeah.
There was no wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
This was all just, man, it's been a tough couple of weeks, guys. You got me.
So you weren't impressed?
No. I was impressed. I want to say I'm impressed. I don't know if I expected him to be like, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect. He handled it the right way.
Right, yeah, tough one.
Got him.
You know why? Because, you can see in his face, probably been a couple, and he makes a lot of money. He's a millionaire. He doesn't have problems that we all do. But at the end of the day, he got caught cheating on his wife in a very public way. And he's got adult sons that are already raised. And even if the wife says, I'm divorcing you, you gotta talk to him.
Oh, yeah.
And it's his own fault, but that's really, really crappy.
The show rolls on.
Yep.
I'm interested, though. He didn't take any questions, right? I just want to know more about interlocking fingers. How did we get to that point?
So it's not laughable anymore,
Oh, come on.
The idea, it's not laughable.
It's got to be somewhat laughable, right? We have a sense of humor.
But that was 2 weeks ago when the pictures were laughable.
It's not laughable?
Now they're not laughable. He wasn't laughing up there.
No, he was not. But can I laugh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we can all laugh.
All right. As long as
I can't wait. I can't wait till Diana Rossini gets her first job after all this is over.
That Barstool podcast is going to do numbers.
Man.
6 million first episode.
Every tweet, she's going to laugh all the way to the bank. Every tweet that she ever puts out again is going to be a comedy. I can't wait to do it. I can't wait to see the responses. It's going to be absolutely. It's going to you talk about content for life. Content for life.
I need a 30 for 30 on this.
Why don't we do instead of a 30 for 30, a 10 for 10? Why don't we do 10 seconds?
The final dance, right?
10 minutes. Coming up, your Flyers phone calls, your voice memos. Jeff Mosher coming up at 1 o'clock. Eagles and the draft. Who's Jeff looking at for the Birds? We'll talk about that coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5, The Fanatic.
The Flyers.
Just a reminder, you can you can listen to the Flyers game on our app, not just on 97.5thefanatic.com. So if you're outside our listening area, listen on the app. Get the play-by-play with Tim Saunders, Todd Fedoric. You can watch the post-game show on YouTube immediately after the game. Some are saying it's the best hockey post-game show in the history of hockey post-game shows.
How about that?
Definitely the most hockey knowledge.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But by now, after 2 games, I definitely am more prepared. By the end, if Flyers make a run here, I might have to be a sharp hockey mind.
That's it.
Yeah.
How far can they move up in the city attention span right now? I mean, they're obviously too.
They can pass the Sixers on
they already
a
did.
micro scale. If that makes sense.
They already did.
Like in this month, this stretch.
Well, just for the time being, all right, they get rid of Joel Embiid, or they come back out next year with Joel Embiid, and they just put duct tape on stuff. The Sixers are still a bigger franchise, but we shouldn't be paying more attention to the Sixers than the Flyers.
Agreed.
Right? That's just the reality of it.
What's the number tonight? 15.5? Where are we at? 16, 20?
Honestly, Sean, I don't even want to watch. Yeah, by the way, it's the first time we're mentioning the Sixers or the fact that the game is on the station tonight. I guess bad job by me.
No, there's plenty of stagers that are letting the people know that this is the place for all the Sixers action, but they're 14.5-point underdogs, John. We can't force people to care.
Taking Boston?
I'm not taking the Sixers.
No.
Hell no. There's another 20 point. They don't have the horses to keep up with this championship contender.
Obviously.
It's an easy one.
Mad Mike checks in. He's Happy Mike when it comes to the Flyers. What's up, Happy Mike?
Hey, let's go Flyers, and can we cancel the rest of the baseball season because they suck?
Hey, buddy. Well, it's still kind of
How you doing?
Not that it's fun that they suck, but it's good to be pissed sometimes because you have the balance of being happy with the Flyers and pissed at the Phillies.
No, it's funny when they suck because all the baseball in there. The baseball is a fun sport. You just don't understand.
No, it is kind of fun because it's blowing up in Dombrowski's face with the fine line and all that stuff. But that's about it. I don't know.
Fine line.
I can't wait for the Sixers to get blown out by 40 tonight.
Well, you can watch it because I'll have the game turned off and I'll be watching. Hopefully, the Phillies get off the schneid.
Hopefully.
See, you root for these teams to lose. I don't want them to lose.
I just like the chaos that comes from it because there's so many mouth breathers that are just, the Phillies. We re-signed JT Realmuto to a dumb contract, and they're all thrilled about it.
No, so Matt, Mike, let's go off brand for a second. Just for a second, with the Flyers, is there a better chance that the Penguins make this a series, or the Flyers sweep them?
Oh, it's the Flyers are going to better chance the Flyers sweep them. This team is too old, and the youth of the Flyers, it's already over. It's 2-0. It's over. There's no coming back for old man Penguins team.
All right, it's over. Thank you, Mad Mike.
It's over, Johnny.
Ray, closer to being a series or over?
It's over. Call it a wrap.
Yeah, Calarullo last night was like, the big time hockey guys. They don't want to annoy the hockey gods. Like, oh no, you can't say that yet.
Oh no, you can't.
Very very tight.
Can't tempt them.
Yeah, Jason Martinez wouldn't make a prediction on the series because he just wasn't sure.
Well,
you're a coward.
He's a big J though, right?
He's a big J.
Yeah.
What do I mean?
Journo.
Big Jason.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Well,
I mean, wait, you can't make a prediction on the series? Well, I'm not really trying to rip him. It's just such a hockey guy thing to do to not make a.
Well, he sure as hell is not going to pick the Penguins.
We had a caller call in yesterday and say that, this series is over. And Bill's like, whoa.
Oh,
respected
Bill.
hockey guy. Same thing. Chuck D'Amico was out there during the break.
On target.
Real hockey guy. Us casuals are like, series is over.
It's done.
They're getting swept.
Shoebox bet from here on out. Pony up.
But the real hockey guys, you got to respect the other organization.
Speaking of a shoebox bet, you literally need 5 shoeboxes just to get in the building with these ticket prices. Good Lord. $388 I'm seeing here on TickPick.
That's something.
Is
that up top?
That's just to get me in, Johnny. I don't even know if I get a T-shirt with that.
You probably don't. No, I think you could get it.
You have to get a T-shirt.
No, you don't, because if you're all the way up, you don't have a back of a chair where they put the T-shirt.
Listen, that's a lot of money. So rather than do that, do that, go to the watch party that we're having. Philly Sports Trip. How about this? It benefits the Eagles Autism Foundation. The party starts at 6. Chickies and Pete's Play 2 Lounge. You know how you're getting in Chickies and Pete's tomorrow night? By getting a ticket at phillysportstrips.com. Because you're going to be waiting in line otherwise. And they're going to be over at Play 2, running Play 2. Ray and Sean will both be there tomorrow night. In addition to E-Rock DJing and some Eagles cheerleaders and team legends. And it's a Flyers watch party. And we have one spot to give away that we're giving away. But you have to do it on the Davis Honda text line with a voice memo. We've had some really, really, really good ones. But it's 610-632-0975. Your thoughts on the Flyers, anything. Bring the juice. Let's go to Nick in Glenside, though. Nick, how are you, buddy? What's going on?
Yo, what's up, boys? How are we making out today?
Yo, Nick.
Lovely.
Yo, listen, I wanted to wish, first of all, our boy Ray a happy birthday because this gentleman is an absolute gem of a human being. I love him to death.
He is?
Met him at FanFest a couple. He is. Met him a couple of years ago at FanFest. He was awesome to me and my fiance. He was having a good time. I love Ray to death. He's a good dude. And second of all, I just want to say, let's go Flyers. Let's go. I know you guys were talking about. I was on my way home from a gig in Virginia the other night. You were talking with Jason about whether or not we still do the "Let's go Flyers," the clap, clap, clap. Of course we do that.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
But I'm told the younger generation doesn't, or they don't sing it the same way. They sing it on a different with a different pitch or a different tone.
In a different key. I got you.
Okay. Yeah, because I am. Let's go Flyers. Dot 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 dot.
Wait. No. Time out. Because nothing has changed. Gritty controls that. Gritty has a drum.
I have no idea. This is what I'm being told.
All right. Well, I think that's
Gritty.
It's fake news.
Gritty's got a drum. That's awesome. I'm a drummer myself, so I absolutely love that. The other night, our gig was in Virginia, and I was obviously they're probably Caps fans down there. And I'm behind my guys. I'm on the drum set, and we're like, "Let's go Flyers!" And I stood up and I had Gritty on my T-shirt, and it was nothing but crickets. I was like, "Can we all at least agree that we hate the Penguins?" You know. But listen,
sure.
I just wanted to get the goal horn sound while you guys
give him the horn, Sean. Give him the horn. There you go. Thank you, Nick. By the way,
he's a drummer.
Yeah.
Who's he play for? The Roots? Was that
next
Questlove?
It was not.
Oh.
Next call. No, it might be the Def Leppard drummer.
One-handed?
The one-armed guy.
What the hell is his name?
And by the way, Ray isn't really that nice of a guy. In fact, there are rumors about a dark side to Ray.
Oh, that ain't right.
Yeah. Evil Ray.
Rick Allen was the drummer's name.
You know, the play-by-play guys can kind of be a little odd sometimes.
Kind of.
But Marv Albert didn't he bite the woman and had the toupee? It never had to go away for a couple of years and he came back.
Things were different back in those days.
Gotta love on my birthday, third hour of the show. We're going to compare him to Marv Albert and not the play-by-play talent.
Yeah, no, not him.
No.
Ray, you start losing your hair. You going to toupee?
No, probably not. Either I'm going to Morgenstern or I'm calling the quits.
Get in there now because you look like you're too young to have a comb over. He's got a comb over already.
No. He's good.
I ask my barber every time, man, is it going? Is it gone?
26? You're holding steady.
Your
still.
dad's got good coverage, right? Or no?
He was wearing a hat.
He was wearing a hat. Okay, so he doesn't. No, he does. That's right.
No.
He doesn't have good coverage. Yeah,
I'm
you're
in
cooked.
trouble.
You're cooked. I'll get you Morgenstern. All right, coming up, Jeff Mosher next on the draft, and then we have the rest of the 1 o'clock hour to talk about Flyers, Sixers. Get your voice memos and your call. That's next. Middays with Marks, 97.5. Let's talk about my garage, Comer and Cross. Talk about your garage, Comer and Cross. ComerCross.com. COMER Cross.com. Why would I give that website? Well, because if your garage floor is cracked, stained, or peeling, it's time for an upgrade. And Comer and Cross, they're the place you want to go. They transfer your entire garage in just one day. And right now, how about 50% off your insulation? It's not epoxy or paint. A Comer and Cross floor is the gold standard, guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift, and they handle everything. They move your items out of the garage for you. They repair all the cracks and damage, and then they install a custom finish that looks like a showroom floor. And it's 50% off installation. It's fast, clean, built to last. It's the perfect showroom finish when you come home. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. ComerCross.com. COMER Cross.com.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
2-game lead. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Flyers winning 3-0 over the Penguins last night. Porter Martone got the party started, and he scored again.
Now they're connecting with a shot. Pinball over to the slot. They score! Porter Martone! He's got another comes, and Martones giving the Flyers the 1-0 lead.
Vladar with the shutout for the Flyers. They now lead 2 games to none over the Penguins before the series shifting to Philadelphia tomorrow night. Tonight up in Boston, it's Game 2 between the Sixers and the Celtics. Sixers down a game in the series. Tip-off at 7 o'clock. You can listen to the game right here on the Fanatic. And the Phillies lost again last night. They lost to the Cubs. They're back at it with the Cubs tonight at 7:40 with Jesus Luzardo on the mound. This update's brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline, 877-MAD-HELP, or visit mad.org. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic.
What do you say? Ooh. Okay. I saw him back there on the screen. 12 o'clock hour of the show brought to you by Service First HVAC, offering 0% financing for 48 months, rebates and tax credits up to $4,300 when purchasing a heating and cooling system. ServiceFirstHVAC.com. Did you put that song on purpose? That's his song.
It's been next for like the last hour, and I just keep putting a different song in until he was coming up.
Gotcha. Well, is he there? Is Jeff Mosher of the Philly Voice and Inside the Birds there? Like, we should have been bringing him into the song. Ray wasn't alerted that you were on Zoom, because now you can watch us on YouTube and see Jeff Mosher. He's very handsome. Hi, Jeff.
How's it going, guys? Yeah, I don't get to hear my intro music anymore now that we're doing it through 2026 for your Zoom version.
Damn it, Ray. Well, no, we brought it down because we were trying to bring you on. There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
All right, Moshe.
I still can't hear it.
No?
Not from my end. No, I just see your heads bobbing.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, at least you can hear us.
Yeah. That's all that's important. That's all that matters.
So keep this in mind, Ray. If we ever try to play sound for a guest, they're probably not going to hear it.
It's the mix minus. That's what's going on.
Yeah, you need to fix it. Yeah, I'm sure Ray will get right on.
It's always the mix minus.
I was told there would be no math.
All right, so Jeff Mosher of the Philly Voice and, of course, Inside the Birds. We have talked no draft for the most part. I know you have, because this is what you do for a living, but we've been caught up with the Flyers, and it's been a weird A.J. Brown kind of thing going on. But anyway, with the 23rd pick in the draft, do you think it's most likely that they stay at 23, they move up a little bit, they move back a little bit?
You know, it's a great question. And so we did on Inside the Birds our annual mock draft, first round, last night, myself, Adam Kaplan, Andrew DeCecco. And I can't tell you, this might have been the hardest one we've ever had to do, because this is the strangest first round I can remember in a long time. You're probably talking about the 7 or 8, 9 best prospects play positions that are not value prospects. You know what teams value. They want edges. They want offensive tackles. They want quarterbacks, right? They want cornerbacks. But you're looking at guys like, your best player overall might be Jeremiah Love, a running back, Kenyon Sadiq, a tight end, Vega Ione, a guard, Sonny Styles, a linebacker, Arvell Reese, who you don't even know where he goes, whether he's an off-ball linebacker or edge. So this was a really difficult draft. So at 23, it's tough to know how the board. The question I have, guys, is are teams picking ahead of them, especially in the top 15, are they going to abandon positional value for the sake of getting a great player, or are they going to stick with positional value and push some great players down the board? We had Sadiq going 19 to the Panthers.
Really?
And that's just us. We just couldn't see teams ahead of them like Baltimore and Tampa, Miami. There are so many teams with multiple first-round picks also that are trying to either package picks or get 2 really good players that it was just hard to find a fit for him. So at 23, I think the most logical thing to think is that they'll probably trade up 1 or 2 spots because Howie has done that, I think, 4 times for the last 6. And there'll probably be a guy that he's just worried about. Lose if he doesn't move up a 1 or 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's really about, which you don't know what's going to happen, what's laid out in front of him, where he could trade back. What I would agree with is he's probably not trying to move up. Because for me right now, with where this team is, they have some holes they have to fill, and they've real depth issues in a number of different places. So if you're trading one like your Hassan Reddick third or another third to try to move up on that draft, I mean, if they really like a player, they'll do it. But it just feels like this is one of these drafts that Howie just needs to he needs to hit. They don't have to be stars, but the second round pick, the third round picks or whatever, you need them to turn into quality players next year and this year.
It would not surprise me at all. 2 things on that. One, if the first round pick is not a player who's going to play right away, especially if it's an offensive tackle. And number 2, if we came out of this draft, if on Monday, right, or whenever I talk to you guys next week on Tuesday, if the big thing we're talking about on NFL draft weekend for the Eagles is not a player that they drafted, but a player that they traded for, okay, and it could be more than one, because just like you just said now, John, they got some holes. We've talked about this, right, that they don't normally have at this time of the year. Starting edge player, starting safety. So Howie's, just like he did a couple of years ago when he traded for DeAndre Swift right after the Lions took Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah.
He found an opportunity. So a lot of these teams are going to draft players on Thursday night. Some of them are going to draft. There are 6 teams that have 2 first-round picks. So players are going to become expendable based on what happens. And like A.J. Brown and DeAndre Swift, it wouldn't shock me if Howie has a player in mind or 2 that he'd like to deal for.
Moshe, let's talk about the wide receiver position. I know we were thirsting for Hurst a couple weeks ago. Are you still standing strong with that one? And then looking at these other receivers with Cooper, you got Tyson, who seems to be getting a lot of attention. Is there any one of them that stand out to you a little bit more than others? And I always care about the Eagles number 1 here, but just as far as the NFL, if you were to say, hey, this receiver, watch out for him at the next level, who's the one guy that you would circle?
Yeah. By the way, on Hurst, that was like one of the 2 or 3 guys we were talking about, right?
But we're thirsting, baby. We're thirsty.
Yeah, I watched film.
Yeah.
Or YouTube.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, I watched YouTube.
Georgia State. Yeah, he had a big game against Valdosta. I forget.
Valdosta State.
There you go.
I think that's where Shannon Sharp went, by the way. But either way.
Nice.
Hurst to Hurts would be, or Hurts to Hurst would be very, very difficult. So I'm not sure.
Merrill might. It's a tongue twister.
It happens.
Might be difficult.
Yeah, that's true. That's more his domain than mine. I think Jordan Tyson's pro day showed he's healthy. He's a really good prospect. So he'll probably go before the Eagles can get him. And then Carnell Tate obviously is going to go before the Eagles can get him. I think the guy that would be really interesting for your question, 2, would be Casey Conception, right? And the other guy, Mekhi Lemon. Mekhi Lemon's pretty good too, so he might be out of range, although you just never know how this is going to fall. But Conception is a really fast, dynamic, explosive wide receiver. He's got some drops issues and some maturity issues that could push them into the bottom half of the first round. But if you're running this new offense, right, with condensed sets and you're not as worried about a guy being a natural X, especially if you're going to trade A.J. Brown, or a natural Y or a Z, and you're going to move guys around and let them occupy space and let them do damage in space like these offenses do, then Concepcion would be a really interesting guy there because he's got a lot of, I think if he didn't have some issues with drops and some other things, he'd probably be a guy considered top half of the first round because the measurables and the speed and he's also a dynamic punt returner. So he can do a lot of things with the football in his hand.
Jeff Mosher, Inside the Birds, Philly voice. A lot of people expecting the Eagles take an offensive lineman with that first pick. Give us two names that you think could be the call when the Eagles go 23 or whenever they actually make a pick.
Yeah, and my colleague Jimmy Kempsky of Philly Voice and I are really bit bullish on this, and he's got a great big board on Philly Voice, and I wrote a couple of things today on Philly Voice about what to look for. An offensive lineman that I think would be perfect for them is Monroe Freeling, because he went to Georgia, and you know how he loves just Georgia guys and Alabama guys, right? But honestly, when you look at this OT class, I spent a lot of time talking to NFL personnel people about them. There's a high expectation for a lot of these guys, but there's only a few finished products. Right. Guys who are pro ready. Obviously the guy from Miami is going to go probably top 10, top 12, Maui Noah. And then you're looking at when you start to get down the group there, then there's Fano from Utah, who's really good, but might be a guard because he's short armed. But then you get to Freeling. Freeling's a really good tackle. I think he can play right away, but again, he'll have the benefit of sitting behind Lane Johnson and behind Mailata, and he can be your plug-and-play guy if those guys get hurt, and he'll be your starter by 2027. But then you get into like the Caden Proctors, right, and the Max Ian-Ancor from Arizona State.
I can never pronounce that. I hope they don't draft
Ian-Ancor.
Yeah.
Ian-Ancor, right. Those guys are, and then Blake Miller. Blake Miller's a guy I think Philadelphia loved because he plays with his hair on fire, and he's just always out there, extracurricular, trying to play violent, but he's got some bad pass pro reps, I'm told. So he's going to have to clean that up. But any one of those guys at offensive line would probably be pretty good for the Eagles. But if they want to really get the more polished guy, Freeling, to me, would be that guy.
Jeff, I saw somebody on one of the gas bags yesterday on national TV. They were saying that Jalen Hurts is no doubt going to take a step backwards this year. Obviously, no A.J. Brown if he's moved. That's understood. Do you agree with that, that no ifs, ands, buts about it, we're going to get a worse Jalen Hurts this year due to simply the fact that they are removing a guy that was A.J. Brown? We don't need to say anything more. We know what he brings to the table, and, of course, you're going to replace him with potentially a wide receiver that could be a rookie, and then you got Devontae, you're going to bump him to 1. Do you agree with that assessment, or do you think, wait, hold up, we need to see how this one plays out first?
Yeah, you guys know me. I really try not to deal with absolutes. I mean, they get you in a lot of trouble. It's fun to go on some show and say this and that and get a lot of attention, but the reality is you don't know. You don't know how Jalen Hurts is going to take to this offense. It's supposed to be more quarterback-friendly offense than certainly what we've seen in the past, and if he takes to it, he may not need A.J. Brown, or they may replace him with a lot of different guys, whether it's rookie and Dontavian Wicks and Marquise Brown, and maybe they get another tight end who can catch passes like an Eli Stowers in the second round. So, and you still have a good, as long as your offensive line's a lot better than last year, and you're able to revive that running game, especially the way they're trying to marry the running game with the play-action passing game, which they haven't done well in the past. If they can do that better, then it's quarterback-friendly. So I will not sit here and make any absolute, nor will I say that he will definitely be better because of this offense. Even if they keep A.J. Brown, I'm not sure. I think that it's fun to say, but it's irresponsible because you just don't know. Do you know how many times we go to training camp and we think we see something that is definitely going to happen and then it never happens during the season?
A lot?
It's the same thing. Yeah, all the time. There was a training camp where it was I think it was Hurts was throwing the ball to the running backs, like Kenny Gainwell, all the time. And it was like, wow, they're really going to start throwing the running back and get the running back involved in the passing game. Never happened, right? So it's just bad to talk in absolutes like that.
All right, there he is, Jeff Mosher. So I know DeCecco's going to be on the station. I think he's hosting with Bill on Thursday. What does Inside the Birds have? What's your draft coverage look like Thursday?
Oh, well, first of all, we've had Greg Cosell previewing all the major prospects at every single position. It's all up on the Inside the Birds platform, and we will have coverage after the first round, after day 2, after day 3, right on after. Myself, Kaplan, Andrew DeCecco, who is like a day 3 whiz. He'll be amazing for you guys as he is for us. And then on Philly Voice, we got a ton of stories covering the draft, including a little bit of a trade roundup, what people are saying about trades that are out there, draft day trades. Very interesting stuff.
All right, go check it out. Jeff, thanks, buddy. Talk next week.
You man, Jeff.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you.
There he is, Jeff Mostert. Yeah, like there has been some stuff written about how we look into, because we're talking about the holes that they have on the team. Defensive end's a clear hole. And does it seem like there's going to be an end there that they're going to draft to plug and play? It doesn't. I don't see a lot of defensive ends in that range, Ray. I know that you do your mock draft. Not released yet.
Where are you at? What number are you?
This is at least 7.0.
You're at 7.
He just doesn't release them. He just does it for himself.
Well, no, I actually read his 4.4.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was out there.
5.8 was my favorite of the ones I've done.
Gotcha.
All right, but do you see, I just see a lot of, it's like the dot connecting for the Eagles is whoever that offensive lineman was, I can't pronounce his last name yet.
Arizona State, yep.
Right, him
Max.
or a couple other guys.
Our
Yeah,
boy.
Max.
Yeah.
A couple other guys. I don't know. Maybe they do have, they're focused on somebody that they think could be there that's not an offensive lineman, but they need an end.
Oh, yeah.
And I would prefer it wasn't a rookie, but I also don't want to give up because is it Grenard from the Vikings? Yeah, there's talk you would have to trade a second-round draft pick for him, which doesn't seem likely. But then he wants a new contract. So now you're paying a guy Jalen Phillips type money, and he's not all that great. I don't know, man. Like I'm fine with Jalen Phillips leaving. It leaves a hole on the team. But you want to pay a good player. You want to pay him $30 million a year. I don't want to do that.
I think Moshe was hearing some things, and he said about trades.
For sure.
That's what I was thinking. I know that's been written too, but I'm thinking how he's going to be aggressive on trade night, maybe trade weekend. I just feel like if you look at this roster, this depth chart, like, yeah, you can make the case that they're good. It's a good club, but is it a Super Bowl club? You know, and
their defenses outside of edge rush, which could be a big deal.
Correct. You're right, though, because you got good front line, great back end.
And we know that's very important for you.
Oh, yeah, you got to have a good back end.
Correct.
I'm a big back end type of guy.
I heard that. Sidney Crosby.
Yeah.
A good example of that.
Look, I expect Howie to be aggressive. It's his time.
So I'll offer that with A.J. Brown because the trade truthers are having to say, all right, this looks like it's going to happen. Like they're starting
Finally.
They're going to turn on A.J. And you've reached the point of you're angry over A.J., more or less because it's pretty clear he's forced his way out, and the Eagles are just saying, okay, this is what's best for the team.
Like Uncle Phil and Will Smith at Fresh Prince when Will was like, yo, why my daddy don't want me? Why you don't want me, Uncle Phil? A.J., why you don't want to be here?
It was more emotional for him than – the Uncle Phil thing was emotional for me. A.J.'s not emotional. I just want him to be happy.
He's not an emotional cat. You're right. It's been pretty straightforward.
He's calculated.
Quiet. Yeah.
I think he's emotional, but he's calculated. Normally, people that are that emotional can't control it, and he seems to know what he's doing.
Well, it must be that book he reads.
It's a great point.
What was the book again, Ray? I know you bought it.
That was so fun.
Inner
for a
Excellence.
Week.
Thank you.
I still remember.
Dramatic read. Yeah, it was great.
I'm sure it was real fast read. Here's what I'm concerned about. Remember before the Philly season started, we talked about, well, how does this team not make the playoffs? Because they weren't the favorite to win the division. Now the Mets were, and you see how that's working out. But like, how are the Phillies not a good team this year? And how are they not a good team so far? Well, the hitting issues weren't solved, and the rest of your lineup stinks. Like, legitimately nobody's hitting, and your starting pitching hasn't been good. Wheeler's coming back. By the way, Wheeler was throwing in the low 90s. So everybody needs to realize it might take him a little bit of time to get ramped up, or he might be topping out at 94 or 95. But anyway, how did the Phillies become a non-playoff team? We're seeing it right now. How do the Eagles struggle next year? The offense looks very ordinary. And you want to know how the offense looks very ordinary? That defenses are saying, hey, Jalen, you're going to have to beat us with the passing game, and now you don't have A.J. Brown. And let me tell you something. Hollywood Brown's not good enough to be a number 2.
Hollywood.
And this Wicks character, he better be good enough to at least be a co-2 or 3.
Why is he a character?
Because they traded for him and they paid him to be a starter. They gave him a $12 million extension.
Saw that.
So when you make a bet on that, it wasn't a ton of draft compensation. What was the 5th and a 6th they gave up for him? But they did a 1-year extension for $12 million. They're paying him to be the starter next year. You better produce like it. I'm not talking about A.J. Brown numbers, But they're going to have to come up with, all right, you want this to be more of a passing offense? Okay. Well, A.J. Brown had 1,000 yards last year. Devontae had 1,000 yards last year. You have to replace 1,000 yards.
Oh, yeah. I would say the offensive line, if they struggle, if they're not healthy next year, that is absolutely a recipe for disaster for the Eagles. You got to have a good offensive line. You got to protect Jalen, especially if you want him to be back there throwing the football. And you have to open things up for Saquon. You're still going to run the football. I know everybody wants to see Jalen throw the ball a little bit more, developing this offense. I get it. But Saquon and that offensive line are still a pretty big strength.
No, and this is now a big part of it can be the scheme. Because what did defenses do to Jalen? They played him in zone.
Yeah.
And it wasn't working very well. So Mannion's going to have to, scheme guys open. That's what they say with McVay and Shanahan. You're scheming guys open. That's what you don't need a top quarterback because guys are going to be open. I want to see that. And he needs to be able to do it over the middle. We know all the stuff that's out there with Jalen, whether it's the issues with A.J. Brown or the bigger thing for me is the type of quarterback he's been throwing over the middle of the field. He needs to elevate himself. He's a championship player. I love Jalen Hurts. I do.
Yep.
He needs to be a better quarterback. He needs to evolve as a quarterback.
I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that. I think he'd be in agreement with you, and that's why you see him out there working out. He's out there in Temple's Field. He's with Tank Bigsby.
Right. Casey Keeler and Jalen Hurts, a pair of winners hanging out.
There you go.
So I heard the story. I don't know if you heard this. That after they lost, Jalen Hurts said, who can I work with to make sure that I'm at the top of my game next year? And it was Casey Keeler, the Temple coach.
Guy just wins.
That's all he does. I don't know if that's true, but that's the report.
There's also a tweet that Jalen put out there, and he's like the Dark Lord.
So some people speculated that was done after the A.J. Brown stuff came out, that he did it on purpose.
Good.
I find it very hard to believe.
Probably not, yeah.
I doubt he's not even doing it.
Is that not like he's just...
I think that's whoever handles the social media. Yeah, it looks like a Nike ad or something.
It's the J.
It's the Hertz brand.
But people really aren't. I'm really surprised. Isn't it weird? Sometimes you live here your whole life and you think you know how, like the Tobias Harris thing, where Kate Scott and Alla were like they're floored that fans were booing Tobias Harris. Like, okay, well I'm not floored. I totally get it. Right? A.J. Brown is literally saying, I want to be traded, and the Eagles are keeping everything nice and neat and quiet, and they're doing it, and there's no fan except for you that's really mad about it.
I'm the only one.
And there are some people mad.
Yeah, there was one caller. There was one caller that called in. He was like, you know what? Forget A.J. Get him out of here. Because we were saying we wanted him to be happy.
I do want him.
Yeah, I no longer want A.J. Brown to be happy.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, in a way you do by getting him out of here.
You're making him happy, but he wants to ship him to Siberia.
I want to put him in Cleveland.
Right.
That would be great. You go with Deshaun Watson.
Do you want him to fail? Do you trade him to New England and you say fail, AJ, fail?
I'm not an evil type of guy like that. I don't want to see anybody do bad. Like, I don't care.
Oh, I do. Not him.
But Diana Rossini.
Diana Rossini, Scott Rowland. People like that. Now, Kurt Schilling, because the Phillies were bad, when Kurt Schilling got traded to Arizona, I rooted for him.
Did you?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, man, Kurt Schilling was so good. Yeah, the team sucked. Wasn't his fault. Yeah, Randall, when he went to Minnesota. I was happy for Randall in Minnesota.
Yeah.
That made me feel good.
Yeah, definitely.
AJ? Ray, you rooting for AJ?
I can't even do the high-pitched yet with my voice.
That's his guy.
Yeah.
This is his number one receiver in franchise history. You got to root for him.
I feel like his feelings hurt. He was a AJ trade truther for a long time.
Of this show, yeah, me being at 55% was basically saying it wasn't happening.
And where are you now?
100, man.
You're at 100.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you in?
I'm in.
I'm 95. Still holding steady.
That man's gone.
He's gone.
We'll see you.
How many trade truthers are still hanging on?
Man, there's not a lot.
Text line, phone line, voice memo, 610-632-0975. Also, last chance to get in for the Flyers memos. We had a ton of great ones at the beginning of the show. 610-632-0975. And Ray Dunn's birthday. Happy birthday, Ray.
Thanks.
Do you feel like his uncle?
No, more like his brother, more like his friend, neighbor.
So you don't feel like a pal? I feel like his uncle.
No,
I feel like his dad's younger brother.
That's right.
So I have to look out for him.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
I feel like it's like I know what he's going to do the rest of this week. I know it's not good for his voice.
No, see, I know I can get Ray to join me, so I can't look at him like that.
I think it's better for the show, him being a mess. But also, I mean, one day a week that he can't talk's fine. I don't know. I don't want him to ruin his play-by-play career.
Yeah. No.
Well, this is also the off season.
It is.
It's
let it fly, baby.
I've seen people. I've had a life over the last couple weeks.
Yeah, you make a good point.
How about that?
All right, coming up, the more likely to happen, the Phillies score 5 runs or the 76ers cover the spread tonight.
Ooh, great question.
Plus our winner for the watch party. Last chance to get in with the voice memos. This is Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. Let's talk about the BetParks app. It's the only app I would ever recommend. And you know why? Man, there's so much to do. Let's focus on the casino for a second before we talk about the sports betting. The only online casino sports book I would ever recommend. Right now, new casino users get 250 bonus spins on the hot online slot game Gold Trio Leprechaun's Luck. I could see Ray playing that. Plus up to $1,000 bonus back in the first 24 hours. Play all your favorite casino games right on your phone. And, of course, bet all your favorite sports. We've been talking a lot about the Fly Guys here and what they can do. I think it's a shoebox bet. They're winning this series, and if you want to sprinkle a little Eastern Conference like I did a couple days ago, it's still pretty good odds. All of that and then some. The BetParks online casino and sportsbook app where there's always another way to win. You must be 21 and in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, or Maryland. New users only. Terms and conditions apply. See betparks.com for details. Casino bonus must be wagered. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Flyers take game 2. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. And the Flyers with a 3-0 win last night over the Penguins now have a 2-0 series lead with the series coming to Philadelphia tomorrow night. Porter Martone struck for the first goal of the game.
Now to connecting with a shot. Pinball over to the slot. They score! Porter Martone! He's got another one! Martone's got his second in 2 playoff games. And Martone has given the Flyers the 1-0 lead.
And a 2-0 series advantage. Tonight, the 76ers trying to avoid falling behind 2 games down against Boston. 7 o'clock tip-off up in Boston between the Celtics and Sixers. You can listen to the game right here on The Fanatic. And the Phillies lost 5-1 last night. They are back at it tonight at 7:40 with Jesus Luzardo on the mound out in Chicago. This update is brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline 877-MAD-HELP or visit MAD.org. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
jug many times.
Oh, yeah. Kevin over there.
Come on. Yep.
Great wings.
Great wings. Woo. Best wings. I could go. Can they bring some? Ray, can we get some for tomorrow before the big broadcast?
Yeah, we'll see what type of sway I have.
Yeah, you say sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
thanks, Ray.
They also have a pretty cool outdoor area that they added to. I forget what it's like. It's like a crick or something like that. I forget. There's like an outdoor bar.
No, they did have a big outdoor area. Yeah. It's been years since I've been over there.
Oh yeah, great spot.
I'll make it over to Jersey very often. This is a good reason to go over.
Don't miss the jug handle.
There you go. All right. Well, listen. It is Ray's birthday today, and as we help Ray, it's off my phone too. Ray Dunn, if you're watching on YouTube.
What are we doing here?
It is Ray's birthday. Happy 26, Ray's Dunn.
Hey,
thank
to
you. Happy birthday, Ray.
Stay on target.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to. They don't have the headphones. Happy birthday, dear Ray. Happy birthday to you. There he is. He blew out the candles. Happy birthday, Ray.
That's it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
How about that?
Very nice.
I was very worried when that door opened.
Oh, you got him a balloon and a banner, too.
Very nice.
Jesus, that's loud.
That's loud.
What is
a jolly good friend. He's that nobody can deny. That nobody can deny. That nobody can deny. That nobody jug fellow. Happy birthday, Ray.
Thanks, everybody.
Got a balloon.
Appreciate
I
it.
see a cake. All right.
Now, do you lower your standards on a night like your?
Oh yeah.
Like your
for
birthday.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if I didn't sound like this, there definitely would have been more than 4.5 beers consumed tonight. My standards would be on the floor. Yeah.
Happy.
Show it to the. Did they get a look at it on the YouTube page?
Come on over here.
I don't know if they're going to switch it over right there. There it is. What does it say? Oh, how about that?
How about that?
Happy birthday, Ray.
There you go, Ray.
So are you saying the 47-year-old that was smoking last time you were out, she might look a little bit appealing this time?
I'm telling you, if I didn't sound like this and I wasn't more concerned about being back here tomorrow, then yeah, my standards would be on the floor and I would be out all hours of the night.
Tomorrow. Man.
There you go.
You got a lot of things on the television this evening, right?
Including your team, your town.
Yeah.
Your 76ers. You weren't even thinking about them, were you?
No, they're playing. I know.
And you can listen to them right here on the
here.
Fanatic.
I mean, look, I'm a diehard. I'll always be supporting them. But it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, we're 14.5-point dogs, and I would tell you, you're crazy to take them.
But you can listen to all the action, especially if you have action on it. So,
Where?
So we're right here on 97.5.
How about that?
So would you take the Sixers 5 runs or more, or the Sixers covering the spread? That's easy.
Sixers aren't covering it. I don't know if the Phillies are getting 5 runs. Like this
More
is,
likely the Phillies are getting 5 runs.
Yeah, I would definitely lean towards the Phillies to get 5 runs, but that seems like, we're climbing a mountain too as well. Hey, look, if it's not the Flyers, I'm bailing.
Celtics are 14-point favorites, minus 910 on the money line. The Sixers plus 600. If you're feeling anxious tonight, you want to bet 100 to win 600. Sixers have to win outright. Very unlikely.
Not enough. I need more.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, honestly, like you can't even really have expectations other than they're going to lose. And even with Maxey, I can tell. I mean, I'm just being honest, and I was sick, and I was kind of in and out of it, laying in bed.
Sure.
I had zero interest in watching that game after the first 8 minutes because you saw what was going to happen.
Yeah, they were down by 20.
Yeah.
And they ended up losing by 30.
They lost by 32 points, and the Celtics didn't even play well.
No, Celtics missed a lot of shots. Peyton Pritchard missed a bunch of shots. Like the normal Celtic shots that we've seen year after year in big-time spots go down, it didn't fall in game 1. But they didn't need it. It's the perfect scrimmage opportunity for the Celtics as they get everything going for the next round. Of course, they're competing for a championship. Sixers are just happy to be there.
Yep. Did we play Rob Thompson earlier? I know we were talking about it. Rob Thompson earlier after the loss last night. Here it is. I swear here it is.
The energy's been pretty good, and they're fighting, and they're cheering each other on, and they're, like I said, the energy level's high. I think that there's a lot of hope there, and there's a lot of pride there.
Yeah, my daughter's coach pitch cheers each other on, too. There's a lot of enthusiasm
But
for
is
the
there
team.
internal
No, they
issues.
get along. They get along. Actually, the one kid was headbutting. Like I'm like, come on, man, what are we doing? You're not a ram. You're not an animal.
You're not a Springford Ram.
Just because you got a helmet on doesn't mean you could be running into people.
Yep.
But the energy of the club, like, again, you're not going to see anything change unless you demand it, unless it needs to happen, or like, it definitely needs to happen. But we need somebody to step up and answer that call. And it doesn't seem like Harper's going to. Schwarber threw his helmet down. I think that's all you're going to get.
And he's pissed.
That was it.
They're all pissed. So is there a better chance that they just suck, or that there's something where, like with Girardi, there's no doubt Girardi was bringing everybody down. The minute they got rid of him, essentially, their fortunes changed for years. Thompson's had success since that moment. It's pretty much until this year. So is there a better chance this team just sucks, Ray?
There's something internally right now? Yeah, I mean, I think there's a chance they're just old.
Or both?
I don't really see what the problem would be.
That's all right, Patrick. Trying to hang a birthday banner and it's not hanging.
I thought that was like cake falling on the board. I'm like, oh,
that was what I thought when it came in here. I was all worried. Like, if you go watch the replay, I did back up because I was like, I'm not spilling anything again.
Would not be your fault.
No, but you know what I mean with the Phillies. It's because if they just suck, that's trouble. But if changing the manager can maybe spark these guys, then at least you can salvage the season. Bro, I can't do this year. I can't have a Phillies team winning 82 games. I mean, I don't really have a choice in the matter. But I can't have it. This is not – they are so committed to these veterans and trying to win right now. For all and I mentioned this earlier, for all the people that are saying blame ownership, John Middleton in the last 5 seasons, including this year, spent $1.3 billion on payroll. Dave Dombrowski has been given plenty of money. The problem is when your farm system doesn't develop enough players – then you have to go out and you have to write the biggest checks. And when it backfires, like with Castellanos or with Taijuan Walker, that's $38 million in lost salary. $38 million for nothing. So then what do? You need younger players. You need to make great contract signings. Pat Gillick signed Jeff Jenkins, and he stunk. But Jason Worth was $1 million, and he turned out to be an all-star. He signed Adam Eaton, who stunk. But you had Joe Blanton acquisition. You had Jamie Moore the year before, so you made other good moves that mitigated that. There's no other good move that's mitigating any of this right now. This team stinks.
Yeah, they might need to go to the lower ranks. I mean this one sincerely. Dante Nori, is it too early to start looking in his direction?
It's not, because he's been killing Double-A and he's batting leadoff, and I've been paying attention every single game.
And he played well in the WBC.
He was the talk of the WBC as far as a younger player for Team Italy.
There we go.
Absolutely, I consider it.
All right.
Where's he playing, though?
That's a good question.
You're very left-handed. He's left-handed, so you already have Crawford and Marsh.
Yeah.
He needs to get at bats.
Yep, you bring him up, he better bat, he better hit.
Which means Crawford's sitting or Marsh is sitting. It's just if he was right-handed, he might already be playing. So it's a tough fit. Unless you want to platoon him, which I don't want to do. He needs at bats.
These are the guys. They got to turn it around. More and more you break it down, you make the case. This is the team.
This is the team. And they can make a couple moves at the like Duran goes down with some injury that you didn't even know was going on. And it's like, oh, now you lost your closer? Like, Jesus, what else could happen here? All right, coming up, we'll give you our predictions for tonight and the YouTube chat recap. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
You know, John, when you don't perform and you're not winning games,
down the house.
you're going to burn down the house. Like Ray said, when the team stinks, all of a sudden you put the bullseye on the back of the announcers, right?
Yep.
They're the worst in the business. Blame the PA announcer. Blame the guy that's the in-arena announcer. Blame the hot dog cannon. And that's what they're doing here.
Yeah.
Schwarber out there hanging with the boys at Barstool on a day off. Well, it wasn't even a day off. Excuse me. It was
Yeah, I mean, listen, you're
a Chicago legend.
I don't know what time he went in there. I mean, it's not like he's
probably like 10 a.m.
He's not jeopardizing what he's doing on the field. 10 a.m. I mean, what do you want to do? Sleep all day in his hotel room? No,
He should be watching tape.
Nonstop.
Yes.
Watch every at bat ever until you start hitting home runs again. Because Schwarber has power. He's been struggling recently at the plate in general. But anyway, Ray, have we picked a winner for the voice memo?
We have not. We got a couple of good. I guess we got a couple of good contestants here that we had. Chris from Bucksco, we were a big fan of. The guy that was in the car thinking of Vladar didn't give us a name, but was doing the Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah. And then T. Kells. Those were the three that after each of them we were pretty excited about.
And T. Kells was the last one that we had?
Yeah.
So, Sean, what do you think? This is for a pair of tickets to the Phillies sports trip. The watch party tomorrow night at Play 2 Lounge. Sean and Ray will both be there, including Swoop, Eagles cheerleaders, team legends. It's a Flyers watch party, and it all benefits the Eagles Autism Foundation. And food and drink are included in the ticket, which you're already getting. A pair of tickets. Party starts at 6. Tickets available at phillysportstrips.com. But if you want to get in Chickies and Pizza South Philly tomorrow night in a home game, that's how you're going to get in.
Yep.
Otherwise, you're going to be waiting in line. Good luck.
I'm going to go one more time, not the Wolf of Wall Street.
The first one or the last one?
Yeah, first one. I'm going number one here.
Okay, I'll go number one.
All right.
Number one?
Number
Sounds
one.
Good. The guy that hated Pat McAfee.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
We had some really good McAfee hate on the text line. That guy. All right. That's what we have. The 1 o'clock hour of the program is always brought to you by Morgenstern Hair Restoration. 3 locations, Wayne, Pennsylvania, Bala Kinwood, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, championship results. Check them out. If your hair's thinning or balding, they're the best. MorgensternHair.com or call 610-831-HAIR. Let's get to the YouTube chat recap. Raymond?
It's time for the YouTube chat recap.
How about filling us in? Let me tell you something else, man.
Watch us live on YouTube every single weekday.
I can't lie. Let me tell you something.
It's the Middays with Marks YouTube chat recap.
Hit me.
I met Ray at his recent Rally House gig. A line of shy women followed me to the parking lot, asking me to introduce them to him. Relative from the YouTube chat.
How about that?
That's true, Ray?
That is not true. I could tell you that Rally House met a lot of great people. There was not a line of shy women.
No, just women, not shy.
Not shy,
A
yeah.
lot of women, yeah.
Did Granny come out to see you?
Oh, my grandparents were there.
I knew it.
Both of them. Delco's finest.
They came out to the one before we were in, Springfield?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
all
Glen
right.
Mills.
How was the Flyers selection over there at that Rally House?
Fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because Sean was saying that so many people at once have went out looking for merch and gear.
I think it's more along the lines of the Flyers snuck up on everybody.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why would you have an overabundance of Flyer stuff when they had 3.8% chance to make the playoffs? All of a sudden, it's oh, crap, we need more. And it's yeah, we don't have the supply chain to get it.
Yeah.
It's not made.
No, and especially now, who the hell knows what everything going on.
It happened with Temple the year that they were on game day and they played Notre Dame. They only had the crappy Temple stuff that you get everywhere. There was no cool Temple gear.
Now, can I recommend if that were to happen this year? The Temple Rally House, more Temple stuff than you can.
Well, now they have more Temple stuff, but they didn't then.
Yeah, but let's get real. Temple's not going to have a good year. Come on now.
They're beating Penn State.
Ooh.
Really? No. I'm
out of your mind.
Kevin Indelko's nephew is the new starting quarterback for the Nits.
That's great, man. I'm very happy for Kevin Indelko.
All right.
That's going to be a home game for the Nittany Lions.
That's all right.
Listen,
they're getting excited, man. College football. Let's go.
I also even though Rocco Beckham to root for. It's always great when Penn State loses, just because they're fans.
Absolutely. But Campbell's a pretty good coach.
Yeah, you wish you could have gotten into Penn State. You'd settle for Temple. Yeah, I know. I couldn't have gotten in Penn
Did you
State.
see James?
I did. I got in their honors college. I went to Temple.
Why?
Leave me alone. Because I wanted to be in Philadelphia.
Oh, you're a Philly guy.
Yeah, forget being in the middle of nowhere.
Did you see James Franklin's spring game down in Virginia Tech over the weekend? The
parachuter ended up on the scoreboard or something.
Wow.
That's how excited they are for that.
Yep.
Are you rooting for Franklin to fail miserably or to have success?
Oh, I need the best 9-3 season you've ever seen.
Well, that's what he's going to do. And they'll be happy for 5 or 6 years, and they're going to be like, hang on, this guy sucks. Get him out of here.
Hell of a recruiter.
No, he'll be 7-5, 9-3, 8-4, 9-3, 7-5.
He'll be an improvement for Virginia Tech.
Maybe an 11-2. Oh, yeah, no, it's a great hire by Virginia Tech for sure. Yeah, for sure. All right, what's next?
Happy birthday, Big Red. May your lighter never fail and your cougar never check your ID. If Bayless from the YouTube chat...
Big Red.
Isn't the idea of the cougar, though, that you know I'm young?
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're out in the hunt, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anybody's out in the hunt for you. There's a 40-some-year-old out in the hunt for you. Maybe.
I mean,
you do have the hairy chest. I mean, listen, you're an attractive, you're handsome, right?
It's good scope, Big Red.
Yeah.
Big Red. That's never been called Big Red before in my life.
That is great. So, jingle. So, kiss a little longer. Stay close a little longer. Longer with Big Red.
Yeah. I had
Longer with Ray Dunn.
Do they still make that gum?
It used to be 25 cents a pack.
Yeah, that used to be. You had the Winter Fresh. They don't sell
Juicy fruit. Juicy fruit is gonna move ya. It's gonna
juicy fast. It gets right to ya.
Juicy fruit. The taste is gonna move ya.
Yeah, there you go.
And then they had the green one, which was what?
That was Winter.
That might have been the best one ever. Of all of them. That was Big Red. The Big Red, they all had their own songs.
It was the wintergreen. It was the twins, right?
They were twins, I believe. Yes.
Right?
We gotta Google it.
All right.
We gotta Google it. Sorry. What's next?
Porter Martone might be that superstar we've been looking for. The way he's going, he could give us a 40-goal season in his first full season next year. Anthony from New Jersey.
Listen, that dirty Yinzer from Pittsburgh on the radio, he had said that he's a superstar, which I guess I really hadn't. Is he a superstar, or is this just a real, there's no doubt that there's a lot to him, for sure.
He's the chosen one right now.
I mean, Jesus, it looks like it.
He's the man we need.
He is. What's next?
Martone is putting Lindros excitement into the Flyers fans. The kid is going to sell tickets. He is a star. Norm from Mayfair.
Yeah, Norm, I remember because when they traded Eric Lindros, they completed a deal to the Rangers and the Flyers. So it went to arbitration, and they had to decide who was getting Lindros. Was it the Rangers or the Flyers? And I remember I was in high school, and I came outside to the car to try to hear exactly what had happened. And then when you found out, I think I didn't find out till after school. When you found out that the decision was made, the Flyers were getting him, it was the best feeling ever. Because you had the next great one. That's what Eric Lindros was. He was the next Gretzky. He was the next Lemieux. Didn't end up working out like that. But, man, Eric Lindros was an unbelievable talent. And it was a lot of fun for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
All right, what's next?
Happy birthday, Ray. This is my new favorite holiday. Stephen from the YouTube chat.
There you go.
April 21st.
And happy birthday to my Aunt Kathy once again. 421.
And my buddy Morello. His birthday, too.
Tom Morello?
No.
Just Morello?
Well, yeah. Yeah, you know what was funny? Yesterday, we didn't make one mention of 420. We did 4 hours of radio.
I thought of that.
You and I, and we didn't make one mention
of 420. You know when I thought of it? It was like 4:15, and I was doing spelling words with my daughter.
Oh.
And I looked up at the clock, and because it says April 20th, and then the TV's right there. It's not even the clock. It's the I have whatever Alexa that has the big screen that you can, whatever that's called. I forget.
Gotcha.
But anyway, yeah, I saw it. I'm like, you know what? 10 years ago, I mean, our show was called Wake and Bake with Marks and Brace.
Yeah, I thought about it when I went to the garage. I'm like, oh, today's a holiday. That's right.
And then the next day is Ray. That's how I actually remembered it was his birthday. I put it on my calendar, too.
That's a good way of remembering
But
things.
it's the day after 420.
We do have a text coming in. Double mint gum.
Yep.
That's
double your pleasure, double your fun. That's also Ray's.
That's Saturday night slogan.
Do we have a text on the text line from Mama Dunn?
It was letting you know what it was.
Oh, okay.
That's what she wanted to know.
Okay. Thank you, Mama Dunn.
Juicy fruit is gonna move ya.
Is that a good jingle? Want some other jingles before we get out of here?
Kids
A lot of people in the text line upset at the omission of cards for kids.
1-877 cars for
but that's
kids.
not a good. That's not a good one.
If I know the number,
Oh, come on.
you're donating your car. You're not even getting money for it.
I want to drive off the road when I hear that song.
But it's effective.
1-800.
No, 1-877 cars for kids. KARS cars for kids. 1-800 cars for kids. Donate your car today. And then they pretty much tell you get nothing but a tax deductible donation.
Thanks,
you could get money by selling it, but you're going to give it to us for free. Oh, you can write it off your taxes. We'll give you the tax deductible.
Need more jingles.
Coca-Cola, I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. That's a little bit older.
Yeah, that's a deep one.
That's a good one, is what it is. Almond Joy, sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Almond Joy has nuts, Mounds don't. Chia.
That's a good one.
I'm a big kid now, dun dun. For Huggies.
Did we say, baby back ribs? I think I said that already.
Baby back ribs are going.
That's a strong one.
Every kiss begins with K. That is so irritating.
Speaking of K, did you see Kay Adams today?
I did not.
Oh, she looks great.
I avoid her at all costs.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. I'm like the rest of them. I just want nothing to do with it. Keep that in your world. Keep it off my timeline, Sean.
That's it.
Coming up next. Oh, this should be a good one. What does Ricky Bottalico have to say about the Flyers win and the Phillies losing 6 straight games? Prediction tonight, Sean Brace.
Phillies win. Sixers lose by 23.
I got double loss, Ray.
Double loss.
See ya.